Ahoy, land lovers. It's me, your Captain Vasco speaking. And welcome. It's Saturday, December the 7th, 2024. If you were here yesterday or if you've been following along at home, we have now played through all of the Sam and Max quasi-traditional adventure games. As I alluded to in some of the more recent Sam and Max installments, there's at least one more that exists that I've never played, that's some sort of VR thing that I think is like a PlayStation exclusive. I have no idea. Why am I so like, did I like turn this down? I do hate this thing. One thing I need to do like before the end of the year is like invest in the company that is my streaming existence. Cause like I do that every year and it helps with the taxes, and there are a couple things I like legitimately need to get, and I don't know if it offsets taxes to the degree I want them to, but it is like a legitimate expense for the new space, so like gotta work on that before the end of the year or I will have troubles. That's true. There is technically what is that thing called? It has some weird name, like Poker Night at the Inventory, something like that, which is like a poker game that is populated with characters from various Telltale games, and they just have like dialogue interaction. It's kind of a weird thing. I have not played that. It's not really like a self-contained game experience. I actually don't know if that's like can be played single player, to be honest. Anyway, thank you very much for the bits demolition. You don't need to keep flinging money at me. That was just this on my to-do list of many sad things. Also, hi Neko. But yeah, the point being that we've played through all of the ones that are sort of Sam and Max narrative games that don't require virtual reality and can reasonably be captured. Is that enough qualifications? Have I won the award for best Saturday night stream at the exact address that I'm streaming from? Yeah, so I suggested yesterday that rather than immediately try to dive into something new, that like maybe we go back and try to get their trophies for a majority, I think, of the Telltale chapters that we haven't obtained. And I thought it would be fun to go through and get that. I mean, like a lot of them are like Easter eggs or Easter egg adjacent, so like getting those I think would be like a nice way to sort of round out the experience. We got a few from season 1, maybe like one or two from season 2, and I think none from season 3. And I don't really know how long it will take us to acquire these. I've tried to find some guides that I liked. A cursory search online found a lot of guides that just want to walk you through the entire story to get you through the chapter and get the trophies at the same time, which is fine, except like that gives you either like a really spoilery first playthrough or makes this take longer than I feel like it should need to. Anyway, I've skimmed through some of these requirements, and I think with the help of the guide and probably some backup from demolition, we can make some progress. I don't know if we'll get to everything, but yeah, I mean, like that's the thing, is like it feels to me like a lot of the time you would want to do like chapter select and like hone in on specifically the thing, because maybe you played the game and didn't want a bunch of spoilers, and then you like missed the trophy and you're like, oh, it'd be nice to get the trophy and see what that thing is about. But like all of the guides are really focused on just like telling you everything, and not just like sort of summarizing the chapter and then being like, this is where you do interactions to get the trophy, but they'll like literally do the type of walkthrough that's just like, say this dialogue option, use worm on self, use gun on friend, just like telling you like every single interaction, which like in some ways avoids spoilers, in some ways still doesn't, but like also just like, I don't know, it's not that it's like wrong to do it that way, it's just a very specific way to do it, and like everything seems geared towards that, which seems a little odd to me. But we don't really have to recap the story or anything, so that's fun. Instead, we can just hop into several games. Now, as far as I can tell, this is working. As far as I can tell, the recording is working. When I tried to test the sync earlier, it gave me like an encoder overload error, which I haven't seen in a hot minute. And then when I checked that video playback, it was the cleanest I've seen in a really long time. I'm like, all right, I mean, I guess that's fine. It has not continued to give me that error, but I do not like to see it. So I don't actually have any, like, I did put some thought into this process. I never really settled on an order of operations here. Like, should we just go like past to present and like go all the way back to season 1 and then figure it out from there? Now, also part of the issue is it seems like there is a different set of trophies for the remaster than the original ones that were on like PlayStation 3. So like some of the guides will indicate that there are like 5 or 6 times as many trophies as there are in reality. We like past to present. Alright, we can work with that. Hey anime, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the 88th month resub. Man, we're gonna see some serious stuff tonight. Better believe it. Okay, so then in that case, we should do Sam & Max Save the World. Now, I haven't loaded the other two up in a few months. I think the audio settings will be fine. PlayStation does cut off about 50% of the achievements. I mean, I think the distinction you're seeing there is that I don't know. That might be the same thing I'm talking about. It might be something different. I don't know. Listen, I would love for my investment in the streaming to be to update my computer. It's not like completely outdated, but it's not state of the art or anything. But it did really struggle to play Sam & Max when we tried that earlier. Actually, does that mean I don't? No, wait, I think I deliberately made an effort at one point to, like, play episode 1 again on the PlayStation, so I would, like... Oh, I think I had to unlock episode 2 or something. I think I ended up doing that. Webcam is too high. I think it's my posture is bad, but I have, like, a lot of windows. Wait, no, my face is, like, completely normal. Okay, it's a window issue. I've done that before, too. And that always takes me a minute to catch it. Anyway, so how can I trophies? Trophies. View all trophies. Trophies. So what do we got here for? I think these go in chronological order. And in most cases, I think season 3 is different, but seasons 1 and 2, I think, are a trophy hidden in a chapter, the trophy for completing the chapter, alternate until completion. So this suggests that we don't have the trophy for episode 1, which would be... Hang on. Get Wizard to sing the Soda Popper song. Okay, that does not seem hard. That just seems to require commitment. Options reveal. I ain't revealing nothing. I have no idea why I will die on this hill. I think I want chapter 1. Boy, it would be nice if that information was available here. Some of these is clear, some of these will be loading up a bunch. The thing is, like, all revealing the trophy is going to tell me is, like, the same description that's here in this thing I'm consulting. Like, almost without, like, I can probably even, like, demonstrably prove this. If I go in here and I do reveal all, then view all trophies. Yeah, It literally just says the same thing. Got Wizard to sing the Soda Popper song. It's not going to give us new information compared to what I have. Like, it's fine, whatever. Would allow me to get a chapter. Well, I mean, wait, how would it allow you to get a chapter? I don't think the trophy guide is set up, or the trophies in the PlayStation are set up that way. Listen, we're gonna take a shot in the dark. Wizard's gotta be either chapter like 1 or 2, because introducing the Soda Poppers happens pretty early on. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try chapter 2 first, because chapter 1 is we're gonna like tutorial, and that sounds tedious. Return to chapter 2. Your current autosave will be overwritten. That sounds great. Yeah, about Hugh Bliss. One of the trophies is very Hugh Bliss related, and I am not totally confident you will love it. It involves something that I don't think I have ever seen. There are a few of these that I'm like, oh, I have not seen whatever this is. Okay, so Vasco's. I said Vasco back. Still kind of annoyed he's not in season 3.
Who's there? Oh, it's just you.
Well, that's not gonna be it. So later? I need to go to the main menu. We're going to do the Whimsical Rainbow Man. Do you want me to actually answer that question? This is a spoiler-friendly stream at this point. We've played through all the games, and we were, like, doing the deep cuts here. I could tell you, or we could wait and find out together. Thank you for it, the 100-bit demolition. I'm not sure specifically which thing you were trying to trigger, but I don't know that happened. I'm gonna keep going. You know what? I know I said it's probably chapter 1 or chapter
Sam,
2.
He's getting away.
Take the wheel, little buddy.
With pleasure.
You know, hopping around without context is gonna lead to some weird things.
Watch out!
Well, there's the Soda Poppers theme song that we're trying to get Wizard to do. Feels like this may be later than the point I want. It is possible I want to go back to chapter 1, episode 1, chapter 1. Dang it. Is this as close as I need to be? Boy, what an ill-timed series of boxes that was. I respect that we tried to sort of emulate the highway surfing minigame that literally accomplishes nothing in Sam and Max Hit the Road with all the car-related minigames. I don't know that any of the Telltale car-related minigames are particularly favorite. Okay, got there. I seemed more annoying than I remembered, but I think, well, I'm bad at minigames, for one.
Don't shoot!
Aside from the fact that we just plugged your truck, why would you think we'd shoot you?
Except for the obvious sport value, of course.
Oh man, it's weird to go straight from season 3 to season 1 because of the minor adjustments the voice actors do over time.
We would never dream of hurting former child stars. We just need to find the home where Brady Culture keeps them.
Oh, why didn't you say so? It's right over there, across the street.
That is very
Jumping
convenient.
elephant fleas.
How devilishly convenient.
Thanks.
Does anyone know where I can find a bathroom?
Like watching old Simpsons episodes. It's a little like that, yeah. Okay, so hang on. When we go in here, And then Brady culture hypnotizes Sam and kidnaps Max? What happens after that? Sam has to, like, assemble an anti-mind control hat. I feel like this might be after the thing I want. I think I have to go back. Well, luckily, at time of recording, nearly all of the Sam and Max episodes are uploaded to YouTube, so you can watch those if you did, in fact, miss any. I'm pretty sure you also didn't see Ice Station Sansadeko, which is... it's a tragedy, that's all that is. It's a real shame. So, chapter select 1, yes. Now we will have to... I don't remember what thing they want me to do at the very start of the game.
Aha!
Oh, there it is.
A lot of cheese, right?
Unfortunately, this is not Swiss cheese.
So what?
So, the rat was very specific about wanting Swiss cheese in particular.
Which game and chapter was that? Season 2, Episode 1. I have playlists for each of the individual games. It seemed like the most logical way to do that.
Take that, you law-breaking dairy products.
Sam, no! The cheese was innocent!
Innocent? I think not.
Okay, I have a lot of cheese.
Swiss cheese. Or
with
close
bullet
enough
holes.
to fool the casual observer, anyway.
Don't say voila.
Greetings. The members of the Benevolent Brotherhood of Vermin would like to thank you for your offering.
Also,
The members of Sam and
there's
Max
there's
would like
less
their phone
Jimmy
back
Two
now.
Teeth in the entire
If you don't
Telltale series than
mind.
I remembered.
I regret to inform you the situation has changed, and I am unable to comply with your request. A list of additional demands for the return of the phone is as follows.
Now, let's discuss this calmly.
Let's debone the smarmy little...
I ain't talking, coppers.
Look, I want to help you, but my partner is a little unhinged. I'm afraid I may be unable to keep him from harming you in some colorfully gruesome fashion.
Let me at him, Sam!
I can take care of myself.
Now I have to get him to tell me that he's afraid of heights, and then I threaten him. Now I specifically brought up... well, no, I think this... okay. I can consult this to make this quicker. Wring your
I'm
neck.
about ready to wring your scrawny, trash-eating neck!
You think you're scary?
You don't know where his hands have been.
Or when I
Gross.
last washed them.
Who
Double
cares?
gross.
I'm a rat, remember? Hey, Dogface, your partner's giving me a headache.
And then I respond to that.
You mentioned a headache. Would you like some aspirin? Oh, and while I'm at it, is there anything else I can do to make you comfortable? Are you thirsty, perhaps? Lights too bright?
Well, that's sporting of you. Now you mention it, I really don't like being up here so high. I got me a thing about heights. They make me...
Oh, really?
And then...
Don't
We
like
respond to
heights,
that.
eh? How'd you like it if I dangled your greasy hide out the window?
Hey, you wouldn't. Wait!
I warn you, I'm known for my fuzzy
Immediately
white
does.
butterfingers.
It's true. You should see him trying to tie an ascot.
All right, have mercy!
I've had mercy. It was unpleasantly gooey, like things that have fallen onto pavement from a great height.
I give up! Take your phone and let me go!
Ah, for the love of...
He was
I
keeping
wish I
that in
could
his
unsee
inventory.
that. Hello? Yes?
Yeah! Ow!
Bosco's is the
Where's the
easy
let him
part.
go.
It was a
Finding the
commission.
right
Sure.
Idiot.
time in the game to interact was the issue.
This might come...
Don't do that again.
Nope, not the light switch. Nope. Okay, that's fine. The light switch. Door. So we gotta go to Bosco's, and then we're gonna skip a bunch of Bosco dialogue, and then we're gonna talk to Wizard in the specific order presented, which shouldn't take very long. We've done the hard part. There's probably a more efficient way to do this. Didn't expect him to have a
After
landline phone in him.
citizens,
Yeah,
the
I think it was hooked up
freelance
the whole
police are here
time.
to keep the peace.
Don't ask any questions about that either.
Possible. You called?
It's just you two? Where's the SWAT team? Where's the National Guard? Where's NASA?
NASA?
Send NASA.
What's the problem? It's a...
One of us needs...
And you should take a few yourself.
How can I be calm?
Where is this Lilliputian agitator?
Are you blind? He's right there!
Yowzers, that is one ugly Hey, I know him!
Oh, that's right. It's one of the lovable scamps from that 70s TV show about the singing soda jerks.
The soda...
Isn't he the one with...
Yeah,
He's a
Wizard!
former...
Neko loves the soda jerks. I know this about her.
I think we
'Cause
got
I don't
it.
need any more information. I'm not going to be here
We'll
long.
chat.
Stop that.
Oh, let me see that.
I should
Hey,
change my
Vasco,
mind.
What can I do?
We'd like to patronize your fine establishment, my good man.
By patronize you, he means we want to buy stuff from you, not mock you. We probably will mock you, but that's not what he meant.
I know what he meant. Don't patronize me. So, what do you want to buy?
Oh, I do love Sam and Max.
Do you have any weasels on a stick?
Nope.
Do you have any two-handed broadswords?
Nope.
Do you have any
See,
vegetables
this is a
in the
great
shape
bit.
of famous naturalists?
Nope.
And I still miss it.
Do you have any candy pink fat boys?
Nope.
I don't know what that is, and I don't know that I want to know what that
Do you
is.
have any exiled political dissidents?
Nope.
Do you have any weapons of mass destruction?
Who's asking?
Future President of the United States.
Nothing
Anyway.
for us.
Oh,
See you later.
remember.
What
The conversation.
No, see,
What conversation?
Oh, brother. Whee!
Alright. Give me a hitbox, brother. There it is.
hey there, Mr. Wizard.
No need to be formal. My friends just call me Wizard.
Everyone
My
loves your
cousin's
show.
wife's dentist loved your show.
Oh, yeah. We've always been a big hit with the dentists. Gee, I wonder why. Hey, kids, guzzle soda like the soda poppers, and you'll need so much expensive dental work, you can kiss college goodbye.
Max, your unbridled cynicism is like a breath of fresh air on a crowded subway.
Delishan says the writing was better here before the plot went up itself trying to one-up itself. I'm not sure that's exactly how I'd put the problem, although I don't think you're exactly wrong about that either. It's weird. Part of me really feels like you could definitely call season 1 formulaic and even argue that season 2 leans a little bit on some of the same story structure, but like I feel like that provided a shorthand to focus on like the characters more. I don't know, I feel like the more we got away from the truly episodic structure, the more issues we had. Now we just keep saying
Any
this.
chance we could get you to sing the song from your old show?
Yeah, the theme song. What was it called? It was called More Than Jerks, but I can't sing it. I'm too embarrassed.
Why is the contents of the coffee cup like light blue? Is it a mana potion?
Come on, sing the Soda Popper theme song.
No, I don't think so.
What'll it take to get you to sing that song?
We'll be your best friends. No.
Are you sure you won't sing the
Be your
Soda
worst
Popper song?
enemies.
I won't gnaw your leg off if you do it. No.
Come on, sing the Soda Popper song.
Pretty please. No.
This is back when we could still threaten people with violence.
Come on, sing the Soda Popper song.
Ugly please.
Ugly,
No.
please.
Come on, sing the Soda Popper song.
I promise not to sing along. No.
Well, they really make
Sing
you
the
want
Soda
it.
Popper song.
No.
You gotta want it.
Come on, sing the Soda Popper song.
Well, okay. Little peepers, specks, and whizzer, toiling at the soda works, guzzling with tiny gizzards, soda fountain
Gross
special
lyric.
perks. Then they run like human blizzards, more than simple soda jerks. Soda poppers more than jerks! Wow, I feel all clam chowdery inside.
What the heck does that mean? What does it mean? Okay, we're done here. Now what do I need? I need main menu. 1 down. Play. 2. Chapter select. This should be like closer to the middle. Hang on. Let me see. What if I do... Okay, this feels like this should also be really early in the episode. So I'm gonna say chapter 1. And you know what? Why don't we go ahead and just follow along since it's so close to the start of this. Exit, enter Bosco's, end conversation with Bosco that starts by default, take shaving cream, leave, take car, follow the rats, shoot at the rats, go in the TV studio, mostly proceed from there.
Whatto? Samuel, Maximilian.
What the?
Oh, you're probably wondering how I know your names.
That's not the issue that I have.
It's me, Vasco.
I do kind of still feel like it would be funnier if, like, Bosco's mom was just like Bosco with a wig, but was also distinct from Bosco. Because there's, like, one where he's pretending to be his mom, and at that point you haven't met his mom. And it'd be really funny if you're just like, obviously, it's like Bosco in a costume again, and then it's not. Like, you see the two of them at the same time, and you're like, that's, like, really upsetting. Like, that shouldn't be true. Anyway.
Thanks, Bosco.
Hip hip.
I feel like we talked about that around the end of season 2 or something. Isn't that... Is it Max standing directly in front of what I need? It's very annoying for him.
You want some?
Absolutely not.
Nope, that's not it. I need shaving cream, which is... Oh, on the convenient
I could use
desk.
a shave.
I'll say, your 5 o'clock shadow goes clear to your ankles.
Horse off, pig! Dog! Pig dog! The skin bodies rule the streets!
Blast, bugger, blimey, ballers. The little blighter did it again. After him. I mean, tally-ho! Tally-ho!
Tally ho. So we do another car chase scene. Don't ever let Sam shave. That is, I mean, that is for the best. True enough. All right, car.
Where are we going, Sam?
The skin bodies can't be stopped!
Hey,
After the
after
rats.
those rats.
They also like don't use that musical cue like at all in season 3, do they? That's weird.
There they are. Let's get them.
How do those laughably small wheels move so fast?
You'll never catch us! The skin bodies can't be stopped!
You think the yellow car driven by rats is
Take
like
the
meant to
wheel, buddy.
be like a
I thought
direct
you'd never ask.
Stuart Little reference? Close enough? Not
Messed
close
up.
enough.
The skin bodies can't be stopped!
What if I do it this way? Wait for it to show up on the horizon?
Shoot them, Sam.
I'm
Nope,
trying,
that's
but
still...
They have good reflexes.
This might be a little more agreeable.
You can't.
The skin bodies...
There we go.
Hey, the shaving cream.
Okay, hold on tight.
Maybe because you never get to drive the DeSoto. That's probably it, but it still feels weird to me because it felt so iconic as like a new little like Sam and Max jingle that Telltale created. Okay, so now I have the shaving cream, correct? Okay, I apparently need that. And then we go to, not Max, the car.
Where are we going, Sam?
Then we will go to the TV studio.
Goody!
Diddle-doo, diddle-doo, diddle-doo-doo. But, like, we don't play that jingle when we get in the corn dog car. Which actually I think would be, like, a really funny subversion. Like, even if they didn't use it for all the rest of Season 3, for you to, like, get to that point where it's, like, clearly, like, gross and you're not with Max and, like, you're definitely not expecting it for them to do it there, I think would be a fun subversion.
Television so
Oddly
mysterious.
well, let's...
I don't care if we...
You crack me up.
Okay. We must audition and become famous, and then we can do
We're Sam and Max,
something else.
freelance police.
We've come to
Stop you right there.
But a fool...
Number 2, we're no longer holding the auditions for animal cops with crippling mental disabilities and a lust for dance.
Oh no, we're not actors.
We wouldn't need
Got
to
that
audition
right.
for
I
that.
don't think I've ever seen worse acting in my entire life. And yes, I have seen Keanu Reeves' performance in Toast, the musical.
Sam, I think my hypersensitive...
That one hasn't aged well because we all
me.
stand
Next.
Keanu
Who's
Reeves
next?
now. Okay. We ask, what are you doing
What
here?
am I doing here?
Midtown Cowboys? The critically panned but publicly adored sitcom about two cattle ranchers trying to make it in Midtown Manhattan?
Yes. Well,
You're hiring extras?
no, I'm hiring.
Sam, did you hear that?
Rocketing to fame for the most insubstantial of reasons.
We would like to
Would you like
audition.
to apply for that instant stardom you promised?
You want to audition? Well,
All right!
I'm going to have you play a scene from Old Yeller. Tell me you've seen it.
I'm not into horror movies.
It's the classic boy gets dog gets rabies, boy shoots dog story.
We've all been there
And
before.
Sam, you play the dog.
Oh,
Okay, Sam, ready? I need you to act like you've got full...
what's my motivation?
You're a mad dog.
Grr.
No.
My shaving cream self.
Brilliant. Now that's what I call diseased.
It's also not
you.
acting, it's
Thank
prop work.
First off, I'd like to thank all the little...
Okay, Max, you've just realized your dog is walking death, and you'll have to put him down for the good of society.
Really?
You're sad, you're despondent, you're grief-stricken. Now, show me the emotion. You called that...
And now I shoot him with what is lovingly called the tear gas grenade launcher. Cyber Justice, welcome! We're taking a tour through the Sam and Maxiverse once again to collect trophies and find the deep
your beloved
cuts.
companion out of his misery.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Idiot. What demonic force possessed you to do that?
The demonic force.
Foreshadowing,
called
so many
acting, Sam.
demonic
You
forces.
should try it sometime.
Good thing I had my anti-hypnosis helmet built into my hat, or I'd have one too many holes in the head.
Bravo. Bravo!
You don't want...
The same.
Let's hurry.
Skip the dialogue, we don't need to be here all day. Midtown Cowboys!
Alright, people, let's get the stage set up. The celebrity host will be here. Oh, right. The crew's working on Myra.
Does this scene let me do that stupid thing I really like, where you, like, clearly don't pretend that the cow isn't there?
Weren't you just...
I think she just defied the laws of physics.
Sorry, you'd be amazed how many times a day I have to do that. Things tend to be hectic here.
Doesn't bother us a bit. Sam and Max, consummate professional actors, reporting for duty.
You said duty, Sam.
I knew you guys were right for this show.
Speaking of which, could you perhaps explain the show a bit?
Okay, here's the...
My Uncle Ernie.
I only see one cow.
It's a small herd. You're struggling, okay?
Okay.
You've got this landlord.
Devilishly
I begin to see...
Yes, that...
Great. We're...
Well, there's a slight hitch. The cow ate most of the script, so you're going to have to ad-lib the show.
Ad-lib?
Yes, make it up as you go.
Well, I guess our regular life has given us plenty of practice.
Don't worry, you'll be working with Philo Pennyworth, who plays Featherly. He's a brilliant actor.
Check.
I'm sure there's nothing I could do to bother that man.
All right, Mac.
I like it already.
Okay, let's start
We're as ready
taping.
as we're ever gonna be.
Okay, now remember, Your landlord's at the door, and you don't want him to know you've got a cow in there. Ready? Action!
Where does the applause come from? There's no audience. There's no one else working. Okay, so the trophy that we seek is to use shaving cream on cow, and once again, I don't actually know what this will do.
Aha! I know you've got a... Well, well, well. Who's your guest, boys?
Moo. Well, I have the trophy, so I feel like the correct thing to do is to say a cow with shaving cream on its face.
This is a cow, hastily decorated with some shaving cream I happen to have in my pocket.
Who knew shaving cream was such an important theatrical tool?
Cut!
Please don't say cut. That's my job.
How am I expected to create art if you're not even going to try to perpetuate the farce?
He's right, guys. You... Let's...
Actually, wait, apparently there is more to that. Because it lists a distinct set of dialogue options that are separate from the ones to advance the chapter. So if we do the shaving cream and we say something... I don't know if this is just a particular joke, but I don't think you'd be able to access this if you didn't do the trophy thing.
Aha!
This is my aging Uncle Griswold.
This is my octogenarian uncle, Griswold, a retired chimney sweep from lower Nebraska.
Now he travels the world chasing cyclones in a mobile home.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I'm something of a Twister buff myself, ever since I saw The Wizard of Oz when I was a boy. I'm sorry, what was that you said?
Meow.
He said meow. Uncle Griswold thinks he's a cat.
He's awful big for a cat.
Just be thankful he's not in heat.
Uh-huh. I'm sorry, I'm just not sure where we're going with this. Can we start again?
Cut!
I don't remember the exact sequence, but I do kind of want to do one of my... I laughed so much at this.
Let's have another...
When you, like, partially follow the instructions to get through this scene, and then you just, like, completely break character. Alright, give me the lampshade.
Let there be light.
And then put the lampshade on Das Cow.
There we go. Life of the party.
Has anyone ever seen someone actually put a lampshade on their head at a
I know
party?
you've got a...
I feel like that's only a movie thing.
Well, who's your guest, boys?
It's the cow we've been raising here in the apartment with a lampshade on its head.
We put it on there to fool you into thinking the cow was someone else.
Cut!
Please don't.
How?
It's just,
Right.
I just love the absolute deconstruction of what is already such a flimsy excuse for anything. It's so stupid. Alright, that's 2 down. Next... well, hang on. Let's hop out. Check them trophies. Oop, don't know if Neko saw that one. Yeah, we got Rat King. Thankfully, I really didn't want to have to do that. Got a score of 21 or more on Whack-Da-Rats. That did not play very well on the PlayStation. That did not adapt good to console. Demolition actually pointed us to get the literal Easter egg in the White House in Abe Lincoln Must Die, which is a clever idea that is somewhat obtuse because you have to you have to use your presidential power to change the current date to Easter, but then you have to go and look in like a specific golf hole cup on the lawn of the White House, and there's an egg hidden in there. Then what was Powerful Stash? Episode 5 is part of the story. You get Sybil's VR goggles, put them on to enter the VR world, and in Sybil's shop, interact with the lips until the trophy pops. Takes about 8 to 10 interactions. don't exactly remember what that was. I like remember being in that room. I don't remember what the lifts are doing. Well, I guess that leaves us with just one more, which is the one I don't think Neko is going to like. We will have to return to episode 6. Which means we will have to, once again, return to the main menu. And this should be like right at the end of episode 6. It is interesting to me that only season 1 got a 6th episode. The other 2 were both 5. Up chapter select. I think it's just 6. Yeah, this should be it. If boss battle, follow the following steps.
What is that?
Use the...
I bet Willie Mays never caught one while spinning on a wheel of death.
Use talisman on spoon. Use magician's talisman.
What?
So that's how magicians switch places with people. By magic.
In retrospect, I probably shouldn't have left that lying around.
Way to go, Sam! You did it!
Thanks, little buddy. Frankly, I wish it had been a little more challenging. Kind of a letdown.
Excuse me?
Huh?
I think you're forgetting something.
You forget something?
Me?
No, I don't know.
You heard something?
Oh, yeah.
My magic 8-ball told me to bring my antibacterial soap today. Why didn't I listen?
That's such a specific message to get.
#1 magic trick at every Prismatology Doji party. It's time to separate your bliss!
No, not that.
Don't worry, this won't hurt a bit. Until the saw hits you, then you'll die!
Gruesome. I love it!
Then we must once again use the magician's talisman.
Swap all you want. It drives the crowd wild. Saw us, Sam! We dare you.
Maybe I will.
Sounds like a great idea. How about it?
Take this.
Oh my freaking god, that was awesome!
Oh my, you cut my head off. How disappointing.
I'm becoming quite the expert on decapitation.
For my next trick, I present to you Ticket to Oblivion.
The lunar
We
landing?
did it.
It's the ticket to Oblivion.
What a perfect time for the battery of my stupid PlayStation 5 controller to be low. I couldn't choose a better
Till
time.
you die.
Anyway, because we already had a couple, that does conclude season 1. But just to demonstrate the point, man, navigating the menus on the PS5 is so much worse than PS4. I always struggle to do everything. Can I not easily bring up the... Thank you for the confetti cannon, Neko. How do I get to trophy without making myself mad? It must be a better way. No, I'm not doing any of this. It's fine. We have... This will do. So now we have Save the World, which is platinum, and no gaps. So we move on to Beyond Time and Space. Don't know. Good. We're uploading. We're downloading. We're doing a file. We're doing a file. Oh man, I don't think we have the episode 1 trophy, which has a good name that I like. And it will not surprise you to learn that it's Did Somebody Say Birthday? It's actually not consistent. Are you... Okay, it is making sense being like super quiet. Oh wait, did I do this? Is this my doing? Did I leave it this way after getting all of the music for the various birthday alerts? Game settings. Yep, I sure did. That's my bad. What is this supposed to be at? Do I still have a note about this? I might, actually. No. I think this is the only one I didn't keep a note for, weirdly. It's probably like 30-something. They're all like 30-something. It's fine. Nobody pay attention to that. We're just not gonna play without music. That sounds dumb. Okay. So one, after visiting Santa's workshop, you'll be able to return to the street. That's gonna be tough to pinpoint that exact timing. So we will Command F. Oh, that looks early-ish? I'm still gonna try jumping to chapter 2. Because there's some nonsense. So where are we now? I think this is actually what I want. Oh, sorry. My bad. I thought dialogue was on. Nope, it is definitely not. What do I have that at? That one's important. 50-ish? I have it generically marked as 50 in my like really old I just have one that's generically labeled Telltale Salmon Max. This big horrible note that I keep here. Yeah, whatever. That's probably close enough. No one seems to be paying attention to this, so I think I'm getting away with it.
Here.
Where to, Sam?
On second thought, let's just...
Okay. Wait, does that mean that... Wait. Okay, I think that I need... I think somehow chapter 2 is like basically the start of actual gameplay or something. I'm gonna try jumping ahead one. I need to be able to walk to the car and head back to Straight and Narrow, the street we live on. Okay, what's happening now? This feels like we are probably later than I want to be. But you know what? We'll try it anyway. Can I leave? I can leave. Can I leave here? Can I leave the screen where I've left already?
Where to, Sam?
Back to the office. This might be it. This might be it. The hardest part of doing it this way, instead of just following the walkthrough straight from the start of the chapter, is figuring out where to start from. Yep, that's right. We moved Sybil's over here. Okay, so if I go into yonder diner... Now, I'm pretty sure I didn't go back and do this, but either way, we'll let this play out.
Oh, I thought you were my family. They always try to surprise me on my birthday.
The song say birthday?
Ole!
What a great use of time. Always and forever. So we say so long,
sir.
and then we talk to Stinky. What a weird character Stinky is. So we're supposed to say, how's business? Which we can't for some reason.
We'd like to order something.
Right.
We'd like the daily special.
Sal, Condi Rice, Kickboxing Nabuda, Thai style.
What's in it?
What do you mean, what's in it?
On second. So long. So long.
Well, that's kind of a problem. Or is it? Oh no, I think, I probably got this trophy without really processing it when I went back to get the sound effects from each chapter. Reveal all, that's fine. Show me potato salad. Yep, I do have, did someone say birthday? Well, you know what? I have no regrets on doing that one again. And you know why. If you're here, you know why. We did get... we did all the body parts on the monster in Night of the Raving Dead? Is that what that was called? But we do, regrettably, it is with great despair that I inform you that we must go and actually, I think, spend kind of a lot of time in Moai Better Blues. It's just the worst one. I don't know. It's certainly in competition for the worst one. Earn in episode 2. Need to have sandwich. I think if we're using chapter select, maybe this isn't as bad as I think it'll be. Because you're meant to get the sandwich pretty early. And then... Okay, let's try going to, like... main menu. Moai Better Blues, chapter select. I'm gonna try 2. I'm gonna try chapter 2. If we're on the island and we have the sandwich, that's probably everything we need. Do I have the sandwich? I do. I'm pretty sure it took me like an insanely long time to get the sandwich in my actual playthrough, which is kind of funny when you consider that if you just go to chapter select and do chapter 2, you immediately have it. This is why I led up to this by saying that I regret to inform you that we'll be spending kind of a lot of time here. Nico's response was, oh no, this chapter. And it is, this is true, the worst. So, I need to... Okay, here's how we're doing this. Sandwich. Right head.
You know what would cheer you up? A granite sandwich.
A granite sandwich? That's the best you can do? Apparently your taste in cuisine is as refined as your sense of humor.
I don't know about you, Sam, but I'm ready to chisel this guy a new one.
Middle head.
Want a delicious sandwich?
No, thank you. I'm watching my figure.
You're not the only one.
Dang it, Abe. Left head. Sandwich. Ready, go.
Want a delicious sandwich?
Open your mouth. Oh, right, you can't.
Angry. That would be important if we were playing this chapter for real, but thankfully we're not doing that.
Want a
Lincoln
delicious
sandwich?
I can't. I'm going swimming later.
Sybil sandwich.
Want a delicious sandwich?
No thanks, Sam.
Interact with the cave, then say so long.
Hey, Sam, look! Clues!
My wilderness tracking skills have gotten rusty, but something tells me this just might be the ancient entrance to the secret underground lair of the volcano god.
Where do you two think you're going?
Oh, Sam, he's got a little gun. Isn't he the cutest thing? Can we keep him?
Try not to get imprinted or shot, Max. We still don't know who this little tyke belongs to.
Jimmy Hoffa belongs to nobody.
Oh boy, do I
We're going bye-bye
not
now.
regret ending that conversation immediately.
Stay gone if you know what's good for you.
Sam, look how his little
Okay, now that I've summoned baby Jimmy Hoffa, can you have a sandwich?
Don't insult me. Jimmy Hoffa don't eat nothing unless it's made by a union cook.
What if we pick off the non-union parts?
Nothing doing.
Now we must go left, young man.
Looks like we've stumbled into some primitive tiki bar, Max.
Woo! Spring break! Woo!
Pipe down, Chucklehead.
Oh, I was hoping to get into a Lagomorphs Gone Wild video.
Howdy, boys. Haven't seen you.
Sam!
No, you know what? I don't need any of this dialogue. Okay, I got a sandwich. Does any of you wants it?
No,
Just...
they look like they're still eating soft food.
Alright, I think that counts. And then this fellow. Baby Glenn Miller.
Now, the hunger will improve his art.
There we go. We just wanted to try and give everyone that sandwich, and then we get a trophy. That's a weird one, in my opinion, but you know what? It honestly hits the chapter. Okay, so now that that is thankfully done, I guess I should try her first Pokemon rice seasoning packet today. Tried vegetable first. Remind me, you said you got vegetable, salmon, and egg, is that correct? Have you tried these Pokemon seasonings before, or is the concept entirely new? Also, you had mentioned on the Discord getting that sweet Eevee sticker. Does each one individually come with one, or does, like, the pack of 3 come with a sticker? I'm just intrigued by this thing that I didn't really know existed. Okay, trophies. Trophies. Do all the trophies. So that's 1 and 2 and 3 done. So as a reminder, in chapter 3, which I think is called Night of the Raving Dead, because the zombies, the vampires, they rave. You end up like reviving like a Frankenstein style monster, and then he has like components of him that can be switched around, and you have to collect them, and you have to like try various things as his heart, like give him a heart of gold and he's a nice guy, give him like a cauliflower ear. It's weird, but like you can like hunt down a bunch of options, and then if you go through and like give them all to him, he'll give different responses and eventually get a trophy. It's a little involved, so at this point in my life, I'm glad that we kind of invested some time while we were playing that to get that done. That was also Demolition urging us to do that, and I think that was a good time spent. So next, oh, good. Okay, this should be good, because the next one would be Chariot of the Dogs, and it involves... This is something I kind of suspected would be related to the trophy for this one. Is there any hint on... Okay, when in this chapter... Oh, I see. Okay, that looks relatively early. I think I'm still going to try jumping to chapter marker 2, and we'll see how that goes. Oh, apparently, I feel like we did this. Apparently, this is missable. It doesn't sound missable. When I was going through this, the last one, what is that one called? Wait, is that one Chariot of the Dogs? I think 4 is Chariot of the Dogs. What's the 5th one called? Why am I looking at this? It's not going to tell me that. As part of the story, you have to solve 3 diorama puzzles to bring down Hell's efficiency. After completing each of the 3 puzzles, it's important to immediately go back to the main office room to watch Satan berate the staff. It claims this is missable. I must have just, like, accidentally done this. Like, you do have to solve the puzzles, but I guess the idea is, like, if you solve multiple puzzles without going back to the, like, bullpen sort of office room in Hell, then you would skip past the ability to see one of the cutscenes, but like somehow I just like had the presence of mind to watch all of them, and so that one's done. So we gotta do 4, and we gotta... Oh no, wait. Oh, I didn't take a close look at this one. Oh no. Well, this is the one that'll give us the length of this stream. I am not looking forward to this. There are 4 arcade games found in the garage of 4 of the 5 episodes. Each has 4 levels of difficulty you will need to complete, and there are 4 objectives in each arcade game. You can play arcade free mode by pressing triangle and work on the objectives without a timer. Oh! That's maybe not so bad. The timer's really the thing that makes that rough. If you're just messing around, that might not be so bad. I was looking for the replacement salmon rice seasoning after I tried some in DC from a lovely Japanese grocery store. Almost didn't buy the Pokemon seasoning pack once I saw it had salmon, one of the flavors, and a shiny sticker. Surprised I was sold. Yep, that'll do it. Well, it sounds like you're having fun with it, and it sounds like a cool idea. Now, you know what? Honestly, I'm going to do this DeSoto thing first. I'd rather have the palate cleanser of returning to maybe my favorite 7 Max Telltale chapter. It's either Season 2-1 or Season 2-4 is probably my favorite of all of them. Which is, spoiler alert, I'm really fond of Season 2 in particular. What is the best way to do this miserable task? I guess we will go to episode 2, season 2, episode 1. What if we jump to like the second to last chapter marker? Would that let us go to the garage and have access to the free play button?
Where to, Sam?
One second.
Easy for you. Where to, Sam?
Skip too much dialogue. Let's go. I think I want to
head back to...
Good thinking.
Like, the thing I want to do is run over toys, but I think I want to do it... It just says you can play a free mode by pressing triangle and work on the objectives without a timer. It doesn't really say where one goes to press triangle. Maybe it does mean while driving.
To, Sam?
Is that something?
Let's go put...
Destroy them! Ready?
No, this definitely has a timer.
I'm an American citizen. I know my rights.
Yeah, this seems like this is going to be hard. Play a free mode by pressing triangle and work on the objectives without a timer. How do I accomplish this? Where do I press triangle? Oh, I love the counter. The timer counts down while I'm making this decision. Not that I was going to pass anyway, but like that's definitely how that should work, right? Well, if I'm trying to get 50, it looks like I'm already queued up for the highest difficulty here. That at least is good. I mean... just let the timer run out. I guess we could try and just like do it for real.
Yes.
Destroy them! Ready? Go!
Why? Me. No more. I beg you. I'm an American.
You just like really can't get a good sense of like where they're gonna be until it's like too late to position yourself to hit them. I feel like you legitimately need some amount of luck to succeed at the 50 challenge, which is kind of annoying. Maybe there's some skill to this that's beyond my wow, really? I couldn't get the second one there? Yeah, I want them all to be lined up like that. Is that asking for too much? Yeah, like, I'm not even remotely close to 50. How am I supposed to accomplish that?
Time's up! Would you like to try again?
I genuinely feel like luck is involved here. I don't know the best way... I don't know the best way to do this. This is gonna take a long time, and it's gonna be frustrating, but we're gonna do it. Maridon and Coco on your vegetable seasoning packet. Now, by that, do you mean you got the stickers for them? Or are they simply decoration on the packet itself?
Yes.
Destroy them! Ready? Go!
Look into your heart. Please, not the corner. What did you do to my leg?
Oh. Don't know how you're supposed to do this.
I'll talk. I'm feeling hell. Please, why are you doing this? I'm an American citizen. I know my rights.
Feels like it would be good of the walkthrough to give me some sort of strategy. Well, in fairness, I haven't unraveled and collapsed the full chapter walkthrough to look at the individual challenges here. Yeah, like, not close again. Like, I can get to, like, 40-ish relatively easily. How do you get to 50? How would you do it? Okay, let's expand the waveform. This will require episode 1. Search Elmer. Wow, just like not even like a hint of help here. You will now need to play a mini game several times, passing each of the following trials and also 4 objectives. Level 1, hit 30 Elmers. Level 2, 35. Level 3, 40. These have all been completed. Level 4, 50 Elmers. That's where our save is at. And, like, literally just no other information. Then it starts describing the decals you get that you can, like, put on your car. And then, you know, you get an item to advance the story from completing, like, 1 or 2 of those objectives or something. Just actual no help whatsoever. Okay. How about we do a separate search for Salmon Max Beyond Time and Space DeSoto Dominator? That's the trophy, right? Just need to make sure we earn... Unlock. Oh boy, so many of these searches are unhelpful. It just feels like a lot of these are like, just do it. Like, literally do it. I'm like, have you tried this? This is annoying. And I think, like, the hard mode on all of them pretty much sucks the max. Demolition, can I ask you to see if you can find a better reference for, like, how you do this without making yourself want to die? And I'll just keep giving it a few more shots and maybe just get lucky along the way. Like, maybe that's really just it, and you're just supposed to get lucky, but, like, it sure feels like this should be, like, repeatable, right? Like, it doesn't feel like... It doesn't feel like this achievement should require good variance if it's, like, something you were meant to be able to achieve, which suggests, like, skill or dedication and not sheer luck. I mean, like, you just, like, they're not placed in such a way where you can, like, definitely, like, veer to all of the ones you find in a row. It often feels like a trap to go for any that aren't in your immediate path. But, like, you're definitely going to need to do some amount of that to hit 50, right? So, like, again, that feels like you gotta just get lucky. The achievement name is DeSoto Destroyer? DeSoto Dominator. Poopty poot?
Yes.
Destroy them! Ready?
Destroy them.
Go!
Why? I'm an American citizen. What did you do to my leg? Ah! No more. I beg you. Not the face. Look into your heart.
He tried to get the one at the far side, couldn't physically do it, ended up getting none, when I would hopefully get multiple. This feels like this is the tragedy of Murder Me Elmer, or whatever this fellow is called. Oh, missed one. That was very gettable. That's unfortunate. If I get 49, it will be very embarrassing. I don't think I am in great danger of that, unfortunately. Or fortunately? Unclear! Oh my god. Like, you see me try to, like, veer to these? They're just, like, not happening, brother. Wow, I somehow did, like, dramatically worse. Mouse spawns aren't random, it's a matter of figuring out the right path. Huh? Anyone have a beat on that? Do you have to run over all of them, or can you shoot them? That's an interesting question. I mean, the shoot controls are not extremely good, but... Ooh, they're not very good. You can shoot them. That is a very good suggestion, but man, does it suck. I don't know if this ultimately does more for us. It could, or maybe not. It's not, like, super easy to do this either, but at least it's, like, physically possible to get ones that are, like, extreme range away. Boy, like, you sure can't, like, see behind Sam's head. Love that for me. This doesn't... I feel like this won't be better, but I don't know if it's intended.
Time's up! Would you like to try again?
She might be more viable on mouse and keyboard. Oh, yeah, for sure. That's not what we're doing, though. Yeah, PS5 not an option, regrettably. I mean, it's the same thing as the Whack-A-Rat, which, like, sucked unbelievably hard to do that in Season 1. It was, like, a simple, like, whack-a-mole game, but, like, even just, like, moving that to, like, modern controller inputs was, like, untenable. It was, like, barely playable. It sucked. And, like, there was, like, very little margin. It wasn't, like, borderline impossible, but there was, like, very limited margin of error to do it, and the controls weren't good. I don't know. I feel like luck and driving might be the way. I mean, even if this was somehow, like, controllable by two separate players, and, like, one could shoot and the other could, like, steer the car, that'd be something. Wow, this run, just like nothing spawning. We have no chance, no chance, no dice, no choice. Oh, come on. I feel like I should have got credit for that one. Also feel like I should have got credit for that one. Wow, there have been like 3, maybe even 4 this run that I feel like I ran directly over that the game didn't register. Is that going to be enough to make a difference? No, even then I still would not have succeeded at this, but it's still frustrating.
Would you like to try again?
I mean, the shooting is a good suggestion. I genuinely don't think... Some targets have to be run over, while others have to be shot at with Sam's pistol. Can you break that? Okay. Stick to the right side of the road, as I have found that there are more Elmers there. But avoid the yellow ramp, since jumping will simply waste time. Took a while for the blimp to appear. So if it doesn't appear... Oh, that's... Oh, yeah, that's a separate thing. Oh, is that part of this? Oh, I think that is part of this. Okay, well, I saw the blimp pass, like, right after reading that.
Ready? Go!
I think I'm just gonna... I think I might just, like, wait for the blimp. Because... trying to, like, get the blimp in the middle of an attempt sounds really annoying. I think there's... Yeah, I think there's, like, a special... Man, someone really likes or hates the Hindenburg, because there's 2 Hindenburg references in Telltale Sam & Max, which is weird. But that's an interesting notion of, like, try to find a zone where, like, a bunch of them spawn. Now, the problem is that, like, I feel like that zone is the sidewalk, which is also where the ramp is. So if I'm on the ramp... This sucks. This is a D- for me.
Time's up! Would you like to try again?
Yes.
Destroy them! Ready?
God, it takes so long to get going that you can't even, like, cheat and, like, try and queue up. It's just, it's so difficult to, like, hit these targets at this speed. Like, again, it just kind of feels like luck-based. Like, things are moving so quick, you can't, like, correct your cursor, really. Like, by the time you see something, it is, like, likely to be off the screen. I don't know how you would do this. I don't know how you would do this.
Time's up! Would you like to...
I wanna see something. What percentage of people have this? Oh, that's good. Why don't you try again? Thank you. 16.6, that's quite low by comparison to all of the others. And obviously then the platinum is extremely low by comparison. Ooh, that's... well, that at least makes me feel better about my impression that that feels like a really bad trophy. How bad are the other ones? This has to be doable in some fashion. Set of Dominators, second one. Run over bagpipes while not running over accordions. Oh, okay. That shouldn't be so bad, because it looks like that one is more about shooting weird objectives than it is about escalating the difficulty. And then the third one... Need to run over 25 zombies. Run over the kite in the middle of the road. Run over beach ball, satellite dish, keg. So, okay, what is literally the requirement for this? Because it is... Oh no, there's a better reference for that. And there's no additional information on any of them, so I don't really need to expand them. It's 4 levels of difficulty you need to complete, and also 4 objectives. Wait, really? Oh, no. That's bad. Episode 2 seems like an exception, because instead of listing 4 different difficulties, it has 4 levels of difficulty listed that each say, complete the minigame. So 2 shouldn't be so bad if we know the things that we have to shoot. Well, let's take care of... Gosh. Which ones do we have? So I think we have some of these. You know what? Let's leave and check our decals and then come back to this. So we shot the blimp. I think we may just be missing one for completing all the objectives. No, piano. Is that something? The piano on the right side. Okay, so we gotta shoot a piano and then complete the highest difficulty. Man, that sounds bad. This sounds bad and I don't like it.
Let's go put some more Torture Me Elmers out of...
Torture Me Elmers. Because it has the right starting letter and number of syllables as Tickle Me.
Destroy them! Ready?
Where's the piano at?
Why are you doing this?
Said like right hand side?
I beg you.
3 decal, that word,
Okay. Got me a decal. That's neat. Never going to accomplish this task.
I'm an American citizen. What did you do to my leg? I'll talk. I know my rights.
I feel like this is the most likely position to be able to hit multiple just by driving in a straight line.
Look into your heart.
But like, boy, you like can't do this. Like, how would you do this?
Time's up! Would you like to try again?
Yes.
And we spent a considerable amount of time that time not really trying. We got up to 25. It'd be so good if it was possible to like randomize into just like a bunch of them in a straight line. Or even if they randomized like a decent number in 2 lines, so I could do this.
I'm an American citizen. Why?
This is very bad.
What did you do to my leg? Stop the pace. I'll talk. Please, stop the corkscrew.
I mean, I honestly feel like this experience really confirms for me that we did not make an effort to make these mini games playable on the PlayStation port. And I genuinely don't think I'm griping here, but like, just like, you can imagine how this would be not easy, but like barely doable with like a mouse and keyboard and like the reaction time that you get from a relatively sensitive mouse cursor. Or even just like, honestly, just like steering between the like imaginary lanes that you can utilize with the control stick is actually like surprisingly clunky. I don't know if that reads in like the playback, but like it's not great. So like even just having like the responsiveness of like WASD or arrow keys or something also feels like a pretty big get. So the fact that like this wants you to do like both of those things together, and like they in their port to PlayStation, the controls get like decently worse on both fronts, it suddenly like exponentially makes this difficult. Just gonna let that run for a second, like do another search for how to do this. It's fine. It's a PlayStation. It's not actually. It's fine. See multiple questions asking if it's bugged. You need to make sure you earn each special reward from cops after earning all decals in the minigame. You can ensure this happens by manually saving your game after earning each decal. Then, once you're certain you've earned all the upgrades, return to Chapter 5 of the 5th episode, and you should get a cutscene where they're excited that you did that. Cool. None of these resources seem especially helpful. Let's try game facts. I don't expect that to be good. DeSoto. I mean, this just, like, again, this just gives you like a description. Sim speed is constant, we cannot control it. That is true. It's probably easier for us to run over the amount, like Demo said, focusing more on the right than the left-hand side. Clarify your thought on that, Anime. You're saying we should drive left and shoot right because then we're not dealing with the overlap of Sam's head? Is that the idea? Might be something to that. Or are you trying to suggest run over the right, shoot left? I mean, that's what I've been trying to do, and that's not getting remotely close. That's like literally not getting as close as me just trying to drive. Like, I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna try and pretend like I think I'm the best shooter player of all time by any means, but like the controls are bad and the speed is high and the targets are small, so like accuracy is not good. Like the shooting is very bad. You're saying no more shooting. Honestly, I genuinely feel like I am more likely to achieve this goal by just running my head into the wall and trying to get lucky with spawns than I am with the shooting. The shooting does not feel like it's helping. I understand how it should. I don't think it will get me there. We'll run that back for a bit and see how that goes.
Ready?
There's certain things where, like, you get locked in place and, like, can't move.
Please, kill me. I'm in hell. Oh. I'm an American citizen. Not the face. Hey. Look into your heart.
Missed that one.
What did you do to my leg? Please, not the corkscrew. I'll talk. Why are you doing this? Oh. No more. I beg you. Please, kill me. Ow. I know my rights. Why? I'm in hell. Ow.
I thought we were getting close. I don't know why that suddenly worked. That's very exciting. I didn't want to do that more. I say that, no, I do technically have to do it more because there's 3 more of them.
Congratulations.
But I'm still glad that that one's done.
You rock. You win the big honkin' mystery prize.
What's the big hunk of mystery prize?
Thanks, guys.
I love like a fraction of a second of congratulatory tune. Is it like a separate decal? Seems like they put more on the right than the left. I think that's true, but I did many runs where I was like focused more on the right, and you still kind of have to try and get some in the middle. Maybe I was veering a little bit too much toward the left. I don't feel like that alone really explains. Oh, it's a golden torture me Elmer, I think, is the one I got for doing that. Anyway, that's one down. Hooray for me. I think it's the latest episode of The Orville. It's this really stupid moment I really like, where like these 2 aliens attend a human bachelor party, and I think they plan the party and it kind of sucks, but like one of them is like so excited to be a part of it that even though like everyone's having a bad time, he just says like, hooray, hooray for you, in like this like absolutely nonsensical fashion that I think of often. Okay, that's one down. Oh, I Better Blues also has one. I bet it's bad. Okay, so... Oh no, this is the one that's not so bad. This one I just need to shoot some like bonus objectives, because it looks like it doesn't... I don't know, like 4? Listen, the minigames are not the strength of Telltale 7 Max.
Naughty. Give it him. You will kill him. No.
So like, I've already sort of blacked out the specifics of a lot of these. Yeah, I think ultimately that's it. I think you focus mainly on the right. You try not to go all the way to the left unless you see like multiple lined up or something. But even so, I feel like we just suddenly got lucky. Like, but I think that is the way to go about doing that. I don't know if that helps us.
No, I just...
So, struggling to remember why the sequence of things seemed so familiar, and that would be why, because I had to play through this multiple times to get that clip.
Wow.
And again, I forget to bring my video camera.
They're just so good. I love the mariachis. How do I get back? This gets me home, right? And then I car. And then I simply car. Now, it's true, I think Demolition had alluded to this earlier, that I think it's the non-remastered version of this, or maybe it's just like the original Steam ports or something, have like a bunch of extra achievements. I'm content. Let's see. Bagpipe Obliteration Ultimate. More that Sony cuts stuff out. Literally in other games too. Oh, you know what? I was not really aware of that. That's interesting. Probably should have taken stock of, so I need to shoot. What do I have here? Yeah, that's fine. So I need to shoot. Let me. I should actually check the decals that the game has registered. I don't know how many, if any, I have. I need to shoot big tire, shoot hot air balloon. Man, they really hate air balloons. Shoot safe hanging on the left side. I'm gonna assume these things only spawn during the challenge, most likely. I feel like maybe I have tire. I'm guessing I don't have any of the others. Is there a poster for this? Yeah. I have none. I have 0%. That bodes good for me.
Where are we going, Sam?
Let's play.
Now the top part is... Okay, hang on. Safe is on the left side. Sink is on the right side. Tire and air balloon, I think, are... middle?
The bagpipe and only the bagpipes. Ready? Go! You just earned a free decal.
Okay. I feel like this is just the way this has to be done. Because you need to be able to shoot things to get the decals.
Of course.
So you just kind of hope you get enough.
Over the bagpipe and only the bagpipes. Ready? Go!
Good start. Good, good. Very good start. Oh, come on. The balloon. This one, you know what? I thought that this one was going to be not annoying, but the fact that the game can end very suddenly actually makes it not worse, I don't think, but still very bad.
Yes.
Your goal is to drive over the bagpipe and only.
It's a shame because the balloon spawned and I was on it, and I didn't get enough bagpipes. So I'm also looking for, I think, a safe on the left and a sink on the right. Is that thing the sink? I've seen it a couple times.
Would you like to try again?
I'm not seeing... Oh, I don't know. Maybe they're just boxes?
Of course. We're just getting warmed up.
Your goal is to
Yeah,
drive
sink is
over
on the
the
right-hand side pavement. So that's kind of what I got my eye on. And then I'll focus on the left one separately.
Would you like
Failure.
to try again?
This is a very gratifying experience.
Ready?
Now, I will say that this thing I'm looking for in particular is the one that the forum post was saying they thought this might be bugged, that this thing wasn't spawning at all. Now, whether that's true or whether it's subtle or whether it's rare, I can't say. I don't know.
Would you like to try again?
The fact that you cannot shoot and move simultaneously does make this particular exercise not good.
Only the bagpipes. Ready? Go!
But hey, you know, I thought maybe this was going to be a hazardously short stream, but no. That's not going to be our problem, it turns out. That is my best guess as to what that thing is.
Would
God.
you like to try again?
Yes.
Your goal is to drive up. Ready, go!
I think the thing to do is like not even try to spot it and just shoot haphazardly. And losing too early. Yeah. You know what I can't control is that at all.
Would you like to try again?
Cause like here's the thing. I can only obtain these decals by shooting specific targets that have like a relatively low chance to spawn. I cannot shoot and drive at the same time. I lose because I'm not driving into enough of the specific obstacle. I don't see a way around it other than to just hope that they spawn early in a run. Like, do you think I'm missing something? Like, it's just a perfect storm of, like, feels bad. Of, like, this genuinely is some amount luck. Because we just need the thing to spawn. But unlike the last one, we don't have, like a 60-second timer. They spawn randomly. Why? Yep. Great question. They wanted this trophy to be bad. It's near impossible on most, if not all, configurations. Yeah, the PlayStation's not helping though. That feels like a freebie to say. It's also, I didn't dig into it, but as I mentioned, people have expressed concern that the sync doesn't spawn at all. I think I see something that might be the sync. I'm not 100% on that. Because this sucks and is hard. Yeah, so the balloon spawns in the middle, the sync spawns on the right, a save spawns on the left. I'm not looking left at all. I just want to focus on yonder theoretical sync. See, that's the thing. Failure.
Would you like to try again?
No, like, it's not even that it's a lot to shoot and drive, because that would be true, and I'd probably still want to focus on shooting and not driving, and, like, run it back like this. You literally only are allowed to control one at a time. If you are driving, in the sense that you are, like, steering left and right, and thus could, like, hit more of the targets you want to hit, to, like, prolong the timer, you also cannot, at the same time, shoot. You must choose one. And since you can only get the decals by shooting, I feel like you must do it this way. I think, unless someone has a better idea, but I think that this is just the way this gets done, and it's just bad.
Drive over the bagpipes and only the bagpipes. Ready, go!
Oh, I love that spawn rate. That's good. Yeah, not shocked by that one. Hey, just for fun, I'm gonna try doing the left for a little bit. Just because the sync thing is kind of a question mark. The hot air balloon also spawned that one time, and I haven't noticed it since, but I have been focused on the right, in fairness. So it may have appeared. I don't know if you swipe or no swiping that one. So, shoot the safe hanging on the left-hand side. So a safe should be, like, suspended, I'm guessing, like, near or from, like, a neon sign on the left?
Yes. Your goal is to drive over the bagpipes and only the bagpipes.
I mean, I could watch someone do it on YouTube. I see those videos exist. I do have to admit, I do truly loathe when people give you advice that way. I don't like looking up those types of walkthroughs unless there's, like, really something that has to be visually demonstrated. Also, I kind of just don't like doing that on stream, but, you know, that's also sort of a personal issue. Well, I don't see the safe and I don't see the balloon, and the sync, to my knowledge, has not appeared yet. This is less of a skill. And Neko has returned from a bath. This is We are on a second challenge. We completed the one we were on before. You could be forgiven for not noticing that because there is little distinction between them. Not none, but little. But at this point, we are just trying to get... We're trying to shoot things that spawn randomly. Like, that's it. That, like... I don't think there's anything that a walkthrough can really show us other than potentially what the things look like. But the trophy guide tells us where... So we shot the tire already, right? And we saw the hot air balloon. But the other ones should appear on the far left or far right side of the sidewalk consistently. And I haven't seen either one yet.
Yes.
I've mostly focused on trying to see a sink that should be on the sidewalk on the right. Currently, I'm trying to see a safe should be hanging from a building on the left some percentage of the time. They don't, I think, have a particularly high spawn rate, and I am increasingly mad about the fact that the balloon spawned at such a time that, like, I basically immediately lost the game.
Of course. We're just getting warmed up.
There's the safe! That's what it looks like! Okay, so the safe exists and the balloon exists. I cannot confirm whether the sink exists, and it is the one that is believed by some to be broken. I'm gonna assume, out of an abundance of optimism, that the reality is... failure. No, that the reality is that it just has a depressingly low spawn rate. I do hate hearing the instructions every time. I understand why we've made this choice. It is very annoying for the purpose of this. So I don't think the safe will ever spawn when we're under the overpass.
Would you like to try again?
Of course. We're...
Go!
Go! Go! I wish that the save hadn't spawned when it was, like, asking me if I wanted to go again, so it might have at least had a chance to line up my cursor so that if and when it spawned again, I would definitely shoot it. Instead of now having to wait for it to appear and also hope. Failure.
Would you like to try again?
Repeatedly hearing failure is such good game design and my inner monologue. See, that's the problem that I have. Is that it is my inner monologue,
yes.
And as a result, my life is very frustrating for me. It does not help for the game to add to that, though. I'll agree with that. I mean, I get that Bluster Blaster is supposed to be abrasive, but again, for the purpose of, like, this very difficult challenge they've set for a trophy, it's not my favorite choice.
Would you like to try again?
Of course.
Your goal is to... Ready, go!
Just nothing has spawned. Okay, good start. Can we get blimp or safe or something? I wonder if anyone's, like, data mined the spawn rate of these things.
Would you like to try again?
Very productive.
Your goal is to drive over... Go!
Drive over go. I guess we hate one of the world's oldest board games. I don't actually know if that's true of Go. I just know it's old. I've seen, like, a couple episodes of Hikaru no Go? Hikaru no Go? The anime about Go.
Would you like it?
Of course.
It's been a while, though, so I don't remember what it's called. I am reassured to know that at least 2 of the 3 of these for sure exist. Would be cool if they would, like, spawn, like, more, though. Particularly in a context where I might shoot them for decals. Failure.
No way.
Oh, I accidentally circled too many times instead of just skipping the dialogue. So, can you drive onto the path like with the rat one? So, here's the issue. I know you just got back. We have been over this. The issue is I cannot simultaneously drive and shoot, and I can only achieve my current goal by shooting. So, like, yes, I could drive and hit a bunch of bagpipes and succeed at the challenge. However, I would then have a 0% chance of doing what I'm actually trying to accomplish, which is, while the challenge is active, to shoot randomly spawning obstacles that reward me with decals. So that is the issue that we are currently facing.
Your goal. Ready, go!
Is it good game design? I'm gonna give that a hard no. Does worse game design exist? Yes, certainly. Do I wish we had done better? Yes. That's an unequivocal yes. So, like, really what we're doing is hoping that in the brief span of time that we drive in a straight line, that something good spawns that I can shoot. It's happened 3 total times, sort of. Only one of them, I actually had an opportunity to shoot the thing. One of them, I tried and I lost control because we ran out of bagpipe time. That was the blimp. And then I do actually think the save, like, spawned, like, the second I lost. So I don't actually think I had control for any amount of time near that. No, the thought is to drive onto the pavement at the start and then go back to gun. The path would be more accordions. Well, I don't... so you don't... I mean, like, certainly we could try it. I don't know that there's real evidence that any particular area is going to be better. Like, I feel like I have noticed the most bagpipes, like, center consistently. For the purpose of, like, not steering. I feel like pretty close to center is what you want.
Would you like to try again?
Like, maybe not literal center as I had it, but I feel like you want pretty close to center. Because, like, more important, I think, than not hitting accordions is hitting some number of bagpipes. Because even though the accordions are bad and deplete your misery timer, like, you also can just simply time out from not hitting bagpipes. And that happens relatively quickly also. So I think it's more important to be in the path of bagpipes. And I think you get the highest overlap somewhere in the middle.
Ready, go!
Yeah, failure. Oh, okay. Well, see, like, a genuine, like, user experience design issue with games, and especially, like, challenges like this that require a lot of repetition, is that when you repeat the dialogue a lot, as someone who values their time on this earth to any degree, you will eventually desperately want them not to say the same, like, 4 lines of dialogue over and over. So, like, you will, like, instinctively mash the skip button to make them stop talking, but that does cancel the challenge.
Yes.
Would be nice if you could mute the cops. Yeah, like I was saying before, I do understand why it is the case that they repeatedly give you the instructions. Oh god, I did it again. Oh no, oh, they just spawn so not much at all. Like, again, you know, like Anime was saying before, if you could control the speed, it would, you know, then, like, maybe you could try and just, like, prolong the challenge as much as possible and then switch to shooting because you see it on the horizon. But like, because they want these to be challenging, you have the fixed relatively high speed, which means that you really just need to be focused on shooting the things. Yeah, so we managed to shoot one of them, which was a big tire that rolled by. The other things we need to shoot are a hot air balloon that should appear center of the sky. We saw that spawn once. A safe that's hanging from a building on the left side. We saw that spawn once. And then there's supposed to be a kitchen sink that's just sitting on the sidewalk on the right. That has not spawned that I have noticed or that anyone has mentioned to me. Hi, Cotillion. So we're trying to get all of the trophies in the Telltale Sam & Max games in the remaster on PlayStation. We have encountered what really has to be the worst one. It requires you to replay the not very good minigames in Season 2 and to basically like 100% all of them. It's not going great. You have to do 4 of them. We did finish one in its entirety. It's 11 and we have not made much progress.
Ready, go!
Gosh, I would love for a safe to spawn. Wouldn't it be nice?
Yes.
Your goal is to go!
Your goal is to stand still and hope that something spawns, more or less directly where your gun is already aimed. You know, on the next run I might actually check something. I want to give Neko's hypothesis a real proper test here.
Go!
If I just like don't hit anything at all, yeah, the timer does still eventually go down. Okay, I thought that was the case, but I was like, did I really test that? I felt like I did.
Would you like to try again?
Okay, so hang on. If that thing I'm seeing is appearing on the left side, it can't be the sink. So I don't think the sink has appeared yet.
Yes.
Your goal is to drive over the bagpipes, and only the bagpipes.
I do... The one thing I hope is that whoever set this as a trophy challenge did have to complete it themselves like a handful of times to prove that it could be done. I don't think once would be enough suffering for the person who chose to inflict this on us.
Of course.
Your goal is to... Ready, go!
Failure.
Would you like to try again?
I appreciate you looking out for the sink. I almost thought about asking people to do that, but the problem is, like, even if you notice it and, like, manage to type something in chat, and I happen to notice that while it was still on the screen, I'd never be able to get the cursor over there, but it might still be good to know that we see it spawn.
Your goal is... Ready, go!
Man, the balloon spawns so early. I'm so annoyed now that, like, it just didn't give me a real proper chance to shoot it when I was, like, clearly trying. Boy, this is just not... This is not a thing that's designed to be a good experience.
Of course.
Your goal is to drive... Ready, go!
Yeah, just knowing it exists would be helpful. I mean, the thing seems to be that the spawn rate on all of these things is low and bad. So, like, it genuinely wouldn't surprise me if, even if it was simply the case that the sink was, like, the lowest spawn rate.
Yes.
You're ready, go!
And then, like, that would cause people to be like, I have spent an embarrassing amount of time trying to obtain this trophy. Is anyone sure it exists? I've come to just loathe this overpass because I feel like it inherently means that I'm not going to see the safe pretty much on the run, given how long the runs last. I mean, like, no bagpipe spawned at all. What would you have me do about that, even if I was trying to do this challenge, like, correctly or whatever? But, I mean, correct isn't really fair to say, because if this isn't the way you wanted me to do this, you probably should have made it better.
Would you like it?
Yes.
Your goal is to... Ready, go!
Generally, I think we've all agreed as a gaming society that achievements that are based on chance are, like, not, like, a great idea, right? Because, like, what are you rewarding for, like, a chance-based thing? Like, trophies are sort of based on the Microsoft achievements. And, like, the concept behind those is that, like, you did something. So if the thing you did was, like, got lucky, like, why, what's the reward incentive? You got the rare thing in and of itself, right? Failure. I'm gonna, real quick, well, no, I hit yes. I think I'd like to just go and check the decals and make sure it somehow didn't accidentally give me credit for, like, balloon or something. I'm pretty sure I would know, but I still want to check. Oh, this is a bad run. Look at all those accordions. Yeah, not surprised by that. Okay, let's check the decals real quick. And then surely something will spawn out of, like, pure spite, huh? Okay. I don't know if there's, I mean, I'm sure there's not, because I can't find, like, any guides that give reasonable hints. Oh, it gave me the balloon! It did give me the balloon! How and why did it do that? I mean, that's good news. I'm still weirdly upset about it. But so I need the safe on the left, and I need the sink in the middle. Have I not done the game? Oh no, I haven't actually done the game, have I? Because that would be... Well, I don't know. I got the gold Elmer sticker for having all the decals. Let's worry about finishing the game when we burn that bridge. But that is reassuring to know that it gave me credit for the balloon somehow. So I know that the safe exists, and it's not spawning. Maybe I've cleared a fault in the memory cache. Is that computers?
Let's play that game with the cops.
So now I only need to focus left and right. If we can get either one of them, then we can only focus on one side. Wouldn't that be nice? I really didn't think it gave me the balloon. I saw the safe. But I did not shoot the deputy. Or also the safe, because if I had, I would have gotten a decal. I hope you understand that at this point in this exercise. So while we're on an endless loop of me trying to shoot a safe and a sink while driving, there are not many streams left in the year. How many are we looking at here? 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we got 4 more streams in the year. I mean, like, there's a hypothetical world where we spend more time doing these DeSoto minigames, which I hope isn't true. Any thoughts on how to spend exactly 4 streams?
Of course.
Your goal is to... Ready?
Any preference on a type of game or experience, or just anything that would warm your heart's desire before the end of this year? Try to wrap up Murder by Numbers. It's certainly a thought.
Yes.
I do feel like that would be a lengthy endeavor, having taken some time away from no-no-grams. That's not to say it can't or wouldn't happen. It would be a not entirely dissimilar experience to this, where it would mostly be me staring at the screen and complaining about not seeing a way to accomplish this task. It would definitely be less frustrating than this in particular.
Ready? Go!
Return to me, Safe. I need you, Safe. You're my only hope of narrowing this down to only one miserable object that won't spawn to save the day. I feel like the safe was roughly here. I definitely haven't seen it myself again since the one time I saw it. That spawn rate is but minus, if I had to give it a letter grade. Note that the letter but is not equivalent to a B letter grade. I feel like I shouldn't need to explain that to you, but just in case. It's just not a particularly satisfying experience. Can we agree on that? And like, I am open to suggestions. I feel like I've given the floor to any suggestion, even when I've been skeptical of it. In this case, I think it's just bad and unreliable. We just made a choice that I wouldn't myself make at all. Failure.
Yes.
Your goal is... Ready? Go!
I mean, we do have... I mean, there's always, like, Dwarf as an option for streams. I've been watching some people playing The Bazaar, which is a game that I think I first heard about from one of Cotillions' recommendations a while ago, before it was actually playable.
Of course.
It seems kind of interesting. I'm not sure if it's the speed of the stream, but it might be. It's a roguelike where it's a little like the game Backpack Battles, if you're familiar with that, where you're managing an inventory more than like a team of characters or whatever, and it's more about like cooldowns and like optimizing synergy than it is like skill or turn-based.
Yes.
Ready? Go!
But it is the type of game that, like, when like an encounter with like an enemy starts, is just a lot of colors and noise. And like, I don't know, some people prefer a game that's easier to follow along with or what have you. It does seem like an interesting game though. Failure.
Your goal. Ready? Go!
I feel like maybe, possibly, a better way to do this would be to have a, like, opt out of this at any point button, so they don't have to constantly prompt you if you want to give up on this drivel. To borrow a word from an optional minigame in Say When Max Hit the Road, and the way you would terminate that. Screen continues to move after you fail, so it doesn't reset your position. Perhaps staying on the failure screen could work. Stay until you see one of the things. That definitely won't work. I know this because in the last challenge, I was trying to line up the car so that I would have, like, Elmer's in front of the car, so I'd get, like, a bonus 1 or 2 of them counted right away. But, like, you don't get control of the game until the timer counts down, and you won't be able to shoot a target in time.
Your goal is to drive up.
Also, there's no true guarantee. Well, I don't know. I mean, the save seemed like it might have spawned between runs, but like, I also, as a result of that, wasn't able to shoot it. So
Would you like to try again?
Part of the trick of that too is, since we don't know that they would for sure spawn outside of an active back. Oh, it does. F me, it does. I just saw the save. But I don't think there's enough time. Like, I don't think you can use that.
Of course.
I think you just need the gun active as much as possible. I think that's the best path. Because, like, if it spawned during that portion, like, you just wouldn't... Yeah, I think the countdown still excludes that from being, like, a way to, like, get your cursor on it in time. But the safe is still spawning. Has anyone seen the sink yet?
Yes.
You think there's some weird world where the sink only spawns after you've done the other ones? Another concern is, like, you can skip part of the countdown where, like, the text appears on the screen telling you what to do. But if you do that too zealously, you would back out of the challenge completely, and then you would also still not be able to shoot. So, like, you're really, like, threading a fine needle there.
Would you like to try again?
Of course. We're just getting warmed up.
Your goal is to drive over the bagpipe.
Not even convinced the safe exists. Yeah. I mean, I've seen it twice, but especially if you're watching the right-hand side, yeah. It's definitely possible that the safe spawned when I was initially watching the right-hand side. But, like, now I'm really fixated on the left because I know the safe is spawning. I know it's not spawning at any point I'm able to shoot at it, which does make me mad. It just feels like it shouldn't be this hard. I am very grateful for the balloon. I don't know that it will save my sanity. I'm honestly not sure if shooting bagpipes...
Your goal is to drive over the bagpipes, and only the bagpipes. Ready? Go!
I'm not sure if shooting the bagpipes gives you credit. Like, could I potentially do that to prolong the timer? It kind of seems like no. I mean, I might just be bad. That's entirely possible. But, like, I've made a few attempts to do that and have not once, to my knowledge, gotten credit for that.
Yes.
See a ramp on the right side sometimes. Maybe it's an airborne sink. I believe... I'll check this the next failure. I believe the written description is that it is on the pavement, which suggests it is not an airborne sink. Which feels like a thing that you would not need to stipulate, and yet here we are, in a world where we're like, is it an airborne sink? The world may never know, because it may never spawn. Yeah, it literally says on the right-hand side pavement, which I appreciate. It doesn't give that level of clarity for the others. I think that may be a nod to its extremely rare appearance. And to that point, I would certainly... Oh, the safe! Oh, the safe! Oh, the safe! Okay. There's no point in me finishing the thought, because what I was going to say was basically just, if I can get the safe, then all I ever have to do is shoot the right forever. And then if it ever shows up, I'll shoot it.
Would you like to try again?
But now we have the safe, and the balloon, and the tire.
Yes.
Your goal is to drive over the bagpipe. Ready?
Your goal is to sit here until you die. Ready? Go! Gundam fight match. God, I would kill for a Gundam fight match right now. That's a way better game than DeSoto Destroyer, Dominator, Devastator, I don't know. The thing I'm doing.
Would you like to try again?
Saw a comment on the sink. It's thrown off from very high up. Keep your eyes on the roof area of the tallest building on the right-hand side. That's very interesting, because this thing very specifically says that it's on the pavement. But hey,
Of course.
if someone who has seen the sink is telling me to do that, I haven't seen no sinks by not doing that. The tallest building. I can't say I've particularly noticed a tallest building.
Would you like to try again?
Yeah.
Ready, go!
It's thrown. So do we think that means it's just like thrown straight up in the air like a clay pigeon or something? I don't know if anyone answered me. We have agreed that this is a bad time, right? Like, for a game developer to expect you to do this, even for a trophy, means that they kind of hate you, right? Yeah, like literally I see like multiple search hits online that people are like, does the sink exist? Is the game broken? So like I have like this is why I sort of set the sink out of mind despite focusing on it early on, because I was like, let's make sure we can do the ones that are physically possible, and then we'll worry about what comes next. Kind of just shooting in the air like Yosemite Sam. I think someone is throwing their sink out of a window. Do we think it'll be going down then?
The bagpipes and only the bagpipes. Ready, go!
I mean, I guess if they're throwing it out a window, that does make sense. It doesn't inspire much confidence, though, because if it's trending downward, even if you were watching the pavement, I would have expected one of us to notice it.
Of course. We're just getting warmed up.
If that were true. I don't know that for sure, because I haven't seen it. Just randomly shooting, don't mind me. Yeah. Your goal is Boy, this really does make you feel like you're going crazy. Just staring at the scenery passing by in a cartoon graphics video game, and then having someone shout failure at you. The fact that they made them appear at random already shows that they did not care about the players when designing this. Yes, agreed. I mean, even if you didn't know that players like collecting trophies, and granted, this was made for its own platform, like, it wasn't really made with, like, achievements or trophies in mind, but, like, even if it was just the fact that, like, they put this in the game knowing that players might want to collect the decals, like, why else would you put it in the game, right? And yet they made it, like, random in this way, like, it shows, like, at least a low-key level of disdain for the player. Because, like, it's one thing to make it, like, a low incidence rate because it's, like, a hard challenge. Like, hitting 50 Torture Me Elmers or whatever. Like, that was hard, but, like, that was something you could feasibly do yourself with your skill and grit and determination. But, like, this is just dedication to your own insanity, frankly. The way that buildings, like, pop in is, like, really starting to make me feel crazy. It's very, like, Inception or something.
Of course.
The horizon line.
Your goal is ready, go!
Oh, I can't help but laugh at myself for committing to this. Why have I done this to me? I mean, I will feel good if we manage to get all the trophies. I really thought this was gonna be like a brief matter of like navigating dialogue trees and whatever. But like, we sure are here doing this and have been doing this for, gosh, does anyone have a read on how long we've been doing this particular part of this?
Would you like to try again?
I would guess roughly an hour?
Your goal is to drive over the... Ready, go!
The answer to that is too long. That's fair. But listen, if you don't expect me to make myself suffer for the sake of content, I don't know what channel you've been supporting. Now, I don't think I'm the most dramatic example of this that exists between the Twitch and YouTube architecture, but you cannot deny that the person I hate the most is me, and there is just a limitless amount of evidence to that effect that exists on the internet. Well, I still ain't seen a kitchen sink. After many failures, many loud, angry failures.
Ready, go!
I mean, it took a real long time for the sink to spawn. I genuinely have no concept of how rare hot air balloon or tire are, because the game was fairly generous with those, for me.
Only the bagpipes. Ready, go!
Sync does seem to be a real sticking point, not just for me, but certainly in this moment, for me also. I've often thought that I would be a terrible speedrunner because I just don't know that I would enjoy replaying any one game enough to, like, try and hone in the perfection of a legitimate speedrun. This experience has supported my original opinion and not changed it favorably at all.
Would you like it?
Yes.
Your goal is... Ready, go!
Seemingly over the buildings, very airborne. Okay, that's good to know. And you have seen this not on the current stream that you're witnessing, but you saw someone who beheld the glory of the flying sink. It is on the right-hand side, though.
Of course.
Your goal is to drive
Correct?
over the bagpipe and only
I said
the
a
bagpipe.
thing that wasn't a question. Yeah, yes, okay. So in that case, if that is true, then it would potentially mean that it may have spawned at a point where we were checking the sidewalk because we were told it was on the sidewalk. It will arc up on the right. Super small. Also good to know, also disheartening.
Ready, go!
Super small, huh? Hey, one thing we have to look forward to, because it is December and we are on Eastern time now for our streams. We're gonna open another Squishmallow Advent calendar at the end of the stream. Now, that will require us to endure and survive until the end of the stream. So that is a mark against us. I will be interested to see if the entire rest of the Squishmallow calendar can exceed the glory that is Dawn the Holiday Reindeer. She's very good.
Ready, go!
I would like you all, in this moment of despair that I've just experienced, to tell me what you think the worst part of this is, because there is a correct answer, and I'm not sure if any of us has grasped it until said flare of despair. bagpipes. Bagpipes are very bad. I won't argue or defend that.
Your goal is to drive over the bagpipes and
I'm so
only the
torn.
bagpipes.
Anime has politely timestamp linked something that should show me what it looks like. But if I do that... Oh no, I can do a hard pause. Okay, hold on. Just make sure that this relatively good window... Thank you, Nuts Off Gaming. It didn't go to the timestamp. Oh, it wasn't a timestamp link. It was just you gave me a timestamp. That is fair. I conflated those ideas because I was looking for syncs. I'm going to mute this. I'm going to take a look at it real big. So there's that balloon. Okay, 316 does not appear to be a couple seconds after the timestamp. Okay. Oh no. Was it what I think it was? That would be very bad if true. I'm also pretty sure none of you has correctly guessed what the worst part of this is. But I'll confirm that in a moment. Oh no. Is it... Something appears to fall from the sky and land on the road. Is that the thing I'm supposed to take as the sink? That is very small and fast. And also not really where I've been looking. It is on the right side. Doesn't help that the resolution on this is not super high. Nico says the worst part is definitely your goal is to drive over the bagpipes and only the bagpipes. I mean, the challenge itself is bad, and the fact that we repeat the challenge is bad. But I'm afraid that you're all mistaken, because the worst part of this is only the second of 4 driving challenges. This is a Herculean effort, to be sure, and it will be an accomplishment if we complete it, but it will still mean that there are 2 more to finish. And I'm also not entirely... I think that in this case, we've already completed what it considers to be the highest challenge difficulty of the regular challenge. I'm certain that is not true of the last 2. So we'll have to do that in addition to shooting the other stuff. Thought this was the last. No, it is the second. There are 4. You missed us completing the first one, and we've been doing the second one ever since. It is jarring to go from looking at that very low resolution video back to looking at the game, even though it is not especially high resolution.
Would you like to try again?
I don't know how.
Your goal is ready.
I don't know how. That's like the end of the thought, I think. I think I thought. I think I can. I think I can. Oh boy.
Of course.
Your goal. Ready, go!
You know, it's also quite rough that it's not actually my goal to drive over the bagpipes and only the bagpipes. Frankly, if that weren't a thing, this would be a lot easier. I, too, think it hasn't spawned yet for us at any point. I think, collectively, we would have noticed if something landed in that trajectory.
Yes.
Even when I was, like, looking on the left, I think if that happened, at the very least, chat would have noticed, but I think I may also have noticed that, even if I wouldn't necessarily have immediately processed the meaning behind it. But it's so fast, I just don't know...
Would you like to try again?
Let me see this again... Oh, okay. It does actually show the moment it's awarded. Can I slow this sucker down and then forget I've done that later and then be really confused when I ever watch something on YouTube and it's really slow? Let's watch it ridiculously slowly. So that's deflation, which we have. That's the hot air balloon. And then they drive. And then we jump cut dramatically. When did they even... Oh, I see. Okay. So I should endeavor to aim up, I guess. That makes sense. I haven't seen the balloon. You wouldn't have, because apparently it gave me credit when I was very convinced that it didn't. And that was very early in our attempt to complete the second miserable driving challenge. How funny would it be if while I was focused on the video trying to figure out where I should shoot the kitchen sink, it spawned, and you were all just like witnesses to the tragedy? I think it would appear here-ish. The video sort of makes it look like it falls, but maybe it doesn't, and maybe that's why we haven't seen it. This really seems spiteful. This really seems bad. But, like, were you looking for the sink, like, as a tiny Team Rocket's blasting off again dot on the skyline? Because, like, because of its weird position that doesn't match the description of the trophy, and its size, I believe I could have missed it.
Would you like to try?
Of course.
Your goal is ready, go!
I don't know that I did miss it, but I believe that I could have missed it. I mean, I suppose if I knew that I had missed it, then I would have seen it. So I guess that's a ridiculous thing to say. But, like, just given the apparent rarity and the difficulty of shooting this thing,
Yes.
it just seems like this is the true Devil's Toy Box. I want to rest my hand, but I can't, because it might slow my reaction time to shooting the stupid thing. You'll see it while editing for the VOD. I absolutely will not. There's no way I'm dedicating the time to watching all of this at the frame rate necessary for me to do that.
Of course.
Normally, I'm just changing some settings, finding some important cut points, and making sure, like, the audio is fine for the majority of it. I used to be a little more, like, precious about trying to make sure all the audio is good. Now I just try to mainly be aware of, like, if there's a point where the game's audio, like, blows out in the cutscene, then I edit that down, and then just generally try to get the rest pretty close.
Yes.
Your goal is to drive over the bagpipe.
How did I back out of gun?
Ready, go!
I literally hit circle once, and there wouldn't have been a time it could have accepted another input. I don't know how that happened. I so don't look for it. This has to be the worst one, though, right? Even though on paper it... Wow, that was a quick one. On paper, it looks like this one's not so bad because you don't have to, like, escalate the difficulty of the driving challenge. But, like, just the rarity and size and speed of this thing. It has to be the worst decal of all of them to get, right? This part, the overpass where, like, nothing spawns, it sucks. We could definitely do with none of that. Like, it's the spawn rate is low enough, we don't need help for it to randomly generate a period of time where it for sure definitely won't spawn the thing I need. That's not doing anyone any favors, certainly not me. At least the kitchen sink would be appropriate for a Devil's Toy Box. I mean, once you concede that the kitchen sink is a reasonable inclusion in the Devil's Toy Box, literally everything is fair game, right? Because it would then have everything, including the kitchen sink.
Your goal is to drive over the bagpipes and
I'm letting him say this in full because it will run out the overpass. Been doing this for so long.
would you like to?
Yes.
Your goal is ready, go!
No, for Devil's Playhouse, because the sink can go in the tiny kitchen in the playhouse. Oh, I see. I maintain that you could put the kitchen sink in the Devil's Toy Box. Whether that does anything for you, I mean, that's up to you.
Ready,
I don't know why. I felt like honking the horn would make me feel better.
Would you like to try again?
Yes.
There's gotta be a better way. You just have a tiny toilet from a playhouse you took everywhere with you as a child. I think I've talked before about the little puppy surprise puppy that I carried around with me until he like dissolved into dust. That actually happened twice. Because I had one that dissolved and then I had another small one of the size that I liked that I carried around everywhere until it dissolved into dust. And for some reason, at one point, like I think my mom took me to like a crafting store that had like, you know, like little doll accessories for like that as a project. And there was like a little golf club bag that like fit the size of this dog, and I just like put it on him and like it just became his accessory forever until it too dissolved into dust.
Yes.
This was an extremely well-loved pair of toys. A stark contrast to my feelings for this particular challenge. I remember being surprised at what Puppy Surprise looks like. Yeah. I mean, the mama puppies are like especially like uncanny valley dog nightmares. The little ones I found cute. It's been a while since I've seen one that wasn't on the verge of destruction. I'm not sure if I would have the same reaction if I first encountered them today. But I did love them. I hate the kitchen sink. You know what? I bet this kitchen sink spews forth fart water. Oh, come on. Like, you can't even, like, pretend like you're making progress. You're just rolling a die over and over again.
Would you like to try again?
Okay, chat. Should we see if we can do the other challenges and save the sink for last because it seems like such a disaster? Or should we just spend the rest of our time in the stream trying to complete the sink? Oh, you'd only ever seen the big ones? The big ones are definitely not as good. Let's do other achievements in general. I want to see the sink. I mean, I want to see the sink too. There are many tiebreakers. It feels like a pretty even split. I'm going to do another run while we contemplate our existence. I mean, the positive consideration about trying to simply destroy the sink is we will have a sense of accomplishment and then move on with our lives. And then I think we would have a solid game plan for our next stream, which would probably be an attempt to intersperse other challenges, then finish off driving, and then do other final challenges. Like a garbage sandwich, if you will. We deserve to... you know, I like the way you put that. We deserve to see it at least once. It's not even about definitely completing it, because we really can't guarantee that after all this time when we see it, we'll be able to clear it. But if we see it, then we'll know that it can be done. I think it's very telling that that video that Anime linked has like a massive jump cut between getting the balloon, which was not very difficult for us, and then like casually firing off the sink like it's no big deal.
Ready, go!
What they don't tell you is that like 4 hours elapsed between those two, like in the span of that cut.
Would you like to try again?
I will certainly agree, though, with all those theories about worst things as being very bad. Listening to the bagpipes, listening to the instructions. I mean, this is bad, where we just spawned in the underpass, the overpass. Under the overpass. Listen, I'm not your dad and my dad's not a cell phone. That's all I know.
And only the bagpipes. Ready? Go!
I'm definitely starting to dissociate
Like to try again?
because of the number of times I've done this without anything changing.
Go!
Oh god, it's back. That's gonna be a failure. It's gonna be a big old fit. No, it's true, my dad is not a cell phone.
Goal is to drive. Ready?
Where did you get that preposterous hypothesis? Was it Steve? That's right, we have reached the portion of the evening where I'm just referencing musical comedy songs.
Would you like to try again? Your goal is ready. Go!
That was on your bingo card. Congratulations, cross it off. I want it so bad. I want this for me. I think it's the worst one. I hope it's the worst one.
Would you like to try again?
Yes.
Your goal is ready. Go!
Come on, sync. Come on, sync.
Would you like to
Do it.
Of course. We're just getting warmed up.
Do it for Vasco one time.
ready? Go!
I feel like I should at least have a second gun. It wouldn't even have to, like, threaten additional space on the screen. I would just like to be able to fire off the gun more rapidly.
Yes.
Your goal is to ready? Go! Would you like it?
This is so bad.
Goal is to drive up. Ready?
Hey, remind me, what's the worst thing I've ever streamed? And is it this? And by thing, I mean like specific, not like entire game. Like what stretch of what game we've played is like the worst bit of it as a viewer?
Would you like it?
Is it this? Have we done worse than this? If so, what? I demand sync! I wish I had a tuner monster, because then I could perform a synchro summon.
Of course.
Your goal is to drive over the back.
That's a Yu-Gi-Oh joke for no one.
Ready? Go!
But hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, why? But secondly, if you've made it this far and you got that joke, leave a comment. It will be its own type of obtuse reward. It will be your equivalent as a viewer
Would you like it?
of the thing I'm doing currently.
To drive over the back.
Can't give up due to the sync cost fallacy. That's also very true. he'll never get ahead in life. Sorry, that might be too deep. In Austin Powers, they start making puns about a guy who got decapitated, I think.
Of course.
And, like, he does, like, too many. He does, like, one and it's funny. He does a second one and they're like, haha. He does, like, a third one and it's, like, nothing. And then the fourth one's just like, we're moving on now.
Would you like to try?
Yes.
Your goal is ready, go!
I feel like someone should make this into a theme park ride. But I think the reason that I think that is because I'm currently filled with spite and hate because some game developer thought it was like a good idea for this to work this way.
Would you like to try?
Of course.
Your goal is ready, go!
Much like I said earlier about the safe, it would be nice if I somehow had the opportunity to, like, line up my cursor, like, exactly where it would go. Because then I could just, like, wait for it to appear and just press fire. It would simplify the process somewhat.
Would you like
As it stands, there's still some ambiguous threat of stress at all times, of, like, it could finally appear, and I could not be ready for it. Which would not remotely surprise me at this point. It sure is bad.
Your goal is ready, go!
I feel like I got like 30 to 40 minutes. I could commit to this before I really feel like I need to stop doing this.
Your goal is ready, go!
Funny how you say that. Decided to play Master Duel and currently using a synchro deck. I love synchro summons. I think they're the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Summon method still. Although, I'm not entirely versed on... Honestly, I've watched a good amount of Brains. I'm still a little bit confused as to how Link summons work.
Would you like to try again?
Of course.
Your goal
And I don't... I think there's like 2 Yu-Gi-Oh! Series now after that, which I haven't seen any of. I think at least one of those is like Rush Duel associated, which is more about trying to streamline the game and make it less a horrible version of what it has become. Because I think like raw Yu-Gi-Oh! In its modern form is not accessible to casual players at all.
ready, go!
My sister, who works on the Pokemon like TCG Live app, it's like the full version of the Pokemon trading card game as opposed to, what's that thing called? Just like Pokemon Pocket, which is like its own sort of streamlined basic version of the game that seems high on variance. At one point she like asked me like some question about like my opinion on like whether like there was room for like other card gamers to be like won over by Pokemon in its current form, and I was like, honestly, like, if nothing else, I feel like Pokemon is like a much more sane version of what Yu-Gi-Oh! Has become. I feel like it taps into the things that people like about current Yu-Gi-Oh! And like doesn't fall into the like complete pit of despair that is like the game is over in like a turn and a half.
Would you like to try again?
It still is pretty quick at a competitive level,
Ready,
but like you manage to have like deck consistency at going through your deck, and hey, it doesn't have the nuisance of managing hand traps. what even is the point of hand traps? I guess really the question is, like, originally trap cards you had to, like, commit to your board and they could be exposed to something that would, like, neutralize them, and they couldn't be activated right away. Oop, accidentally noped out of that. It's fine, we'll reset the memory cache, and then we'll obviously see a sync. But, like, now, at some point, like, because they wanted the anime to be more dramatic, they introduced, like, hand traps, which are traps that just activate from your hand. So you neither have to commit them to the board, and you can activate them whenever you want. So it's basically not a trap card, it's just better. So the question is not so much why even hand traps, it's now that hand traps, why regular traps?
Where are we going, Sam?
Let's play that.
Interact with your opponent during turn 1 to stop them from making insane boards. Yeah, but like that... I feel like that's the tail wagging the dog. It is my feeling, and this is certainly just my feeling, but like that's just a failure of game design, that we needed to like work one of the most fundamental and interesting mechanics of our game to make it overpowered and unrecognizable to balance the fact that we made the game bad. Like one, in this case particularly me, feels like we would just like ban the cards that required that level of interaction. Or just like tune the power of the game correctly. But yeah, I mean like the speed of Yu-Gi-Oh! I think is a real problem, but that's one of the reasons why I think like Pokemon kind of threads the needle. It's fast, but it doesn't have that level of fast where you like need to be able to do something ridiculous like that like literally has broken the foundation of the game in my opinion. So like I feel like people who are disenfranchised with like current Yu-Gi-Oh! Would enjoy the speed level of current Pokemon. That's sort of the crux of my argument. It's the lack of resource system. Yes, it's true that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has always had a lack of resource system outside of just raw card advantage or disadvantage. And we have seen the game evolve in a long enough timeline that has sort of been its undoing, which makes sense. But to dovetail back to the point I'm making here, Pokemon similarly minimizes resources outside number of cards. It has something equivalent to like a land drop in Magic the Gathering in that you could play one energy per turn, but there are lots of things that let you cheat that if you build your deck or dedicate it in a certain way. I bring this up because I've been playing Pokemon more than I have in a long time. Because my sister works on the digital client now. If we leave and come back, it might spawn in the sink. I mean, we did do that like 2 minutes ago or something.
Yes.
I had hopes that it might do that. I have not seen the sink yet. You still have energy in a win condition. Right, I'm not saying that... I'm literally saying it's not the opposite end of the spectrum. It's enough in the middle that I think it appeals to Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. Like, Pokemon has a resource system. It is relatively lax by comparison to many other games that have a resource system. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has virtually no resources, but Pokemon has light resources, but it still has the speed that is relatively similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! So the argument that I'm making is not that the games are identical, or that they're the opposites of each other, but specifically that the similarities and differences are such that I think it is in a good position to appeal to new players. Seems to force a spawn? What seems to force a spawn? Because we did leave and come back, and I have not seen a sync.
No way.
I mean, I could do it again, but like I have not seen the sync. I have seen, and this is true, everything that can spawn except the kitchen sink. Speaking of Pokemon, I discovered articulated legendary cats. And you have an articulated Suicune. Is that like a build your own model or just like a figure that has articulation?
Where are we going, Sam?
Let's play that.
You're going. Ready, go!
My understanding is that the sink is roughly in this area. Without having seen it, I don't know where I would mash shoot. I'm not sure what source you're citing in that it seems to force a spawn. I feel like if that was true, that would be easier to find on a search bar. I don't know. It's a nice figure that is put together with the articulation. Is it specifically a line of the legendary cats, or are there like other Pokemon also included? Try achievements.
Would you like to try?
But like, if that was true, I should see it, right? Is it claiming that there's like a visual bug or like some other like trick to it?
Would you like to try?
Yes.
You're going.
You all are so welcome for the nightmares of Bluster Blaster screaming failure over, I don't know, you giving a speech in the 3rd grade or whatever. Articulated Articuno. Articuno seems like a good one to articulate, but I may be just saying that because of the name and that it's fun to say. Can you bend the articulated Articuno into the shape of a Jigglypuff as seen from above?
Ready, go!
I don't know why I would.
Would you like to?
Is it possible that sinks don't exist in the world of Sam and Max? Now, I feel like I saw one in Season 3, Episode 5, but I could have been hallucinating. Maybe they just don't exist at all. Maybe that's the thing. Can ball up Articuno, but not that much. Well, I suppose it's not Ditto after all. I bet they didn't make an articulated Ditto, because in order for that to make any sense, you'd have to be able to bend it into literally any shape. I suppose I'm just describing, like, Play-Doh at this point. As Max said earlier, we don't know the last time he washed his hands. Yeah, although I do suppose the very fact that he said that suggests that even if he never washed his hands, hand washing must be an established concept in canon.
Yes.
Boy, we sure aren't making any progress, which isn't surprising, per se, but it does continue to frustrate. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna let it run, and you tell me if you see the sink. I'm gonna try and do a couple more searches and see if I can get any intel on this miserable sink thing. Sam Max, Beyond Time and Space, Soto, Dominator, PlayStation, sink. The kitchen sink that's thrown from the right. Just keep hitting A to fire. That may take a couple tries. That's such a weird... I don't know. I feel like that advice presumes you're seeing it. Get back to this game. I should finish it off. The bagpipes were a nightmare. Got there eventually. Can't find the sink. Saw sunk twice and saved none. 30 minutes driving non-stop. Finally got it. Had to get the other decals in order for it to appear. It's from very high up. Yeah, okay. This is the thing Neko was looking at, I think. Don't know that the sound is like glitching from the game now. It doesn't like being in this idle screen for some reason, I guess. I feel like I'm already at a point where these results are not useful, and I'm only on like page 2. Which I guess is the meme, huh? Drive on the far left and shoot to the right. Yeah, you know what? Might as well try that. I mean, it felt like we should be on the right because it'd be easier to, like, hit it, maybe? But, like, that's not really true. We seem to have a sense of where it should be. Don't know if that's really true. But, well, I guess the concern is we still gotta be someplace where we're gonna hit enough bagpipes to, like, have some chance of existing.
Would you like?
Yes.
You're going. Ready? Go.
But maybe a slight change in perspective will cause the sink to become visible. I can't see a reason why that'd be true, but hey, we've tried every other thing. By every other thing, I mean a handful of things, and there's no good solution to this. Boy, another like 15 minutes passed, huh? Since I said maybe like 30 to 40 minutes more of this.
Got better things to do.
Oh, I accidentally doped out again. Well, hey, we'll reset the memory cache that I continue to insist is a relevant thing to say about making the sink spawn. I really do want that sink. You know what? No, you didn't saw it. You saw it, Demolition?
Where are we going, Sam?
Do you have a clip?
Let's.
If you saw it, it would preempt the thing I was about to say, which is maybe I have to try and beat the bagpipes to a higher level or something, even though I don't think that's true. It doesn't fall?
Would you like to try again?
I literally don't see anything in this image. I don't see it. It just looks like sky to me. It doesn't look like anything to me. Look on the right. I mean, I am. I mean, it's in the sky, right? Even looking at the buildings, I don't see it. It's on the ground? I don't... Oh. But what's all this? That video definitely shows someone shooting it airborne. See, we've had consistently conflicting... Like, one of the guys has been telling us from the start that it's, like, on the pavement. But one of the guides shows credit being given when it's shot out of the sky.
Ready, go!
I mean, this... It can only be despawned on shoot. No, I know. I'm not trying to run over it. It spawns when you're on the far left.
Would you like to try?
What evidence do you have to this effect?
Ready, go!
It's a really convenient time for that to, like... The problem is that, like, you'll see accordions on the ground that look at a glance like they could be a sync. This has been an issue for me, like, the whole time.
Would you like to try again?
Of course. We're just getting warmed up.
Your goal is... Ready, go!
I share Neko's incredulity, but if Demolition's theory is correct that it would only spawn on the far right while we're positioned at the far left, which would be a really asinine thing to, like, keep secret for, like, an already, like, hidden task.
Your goal is to try... Ready, go!
Like... I don't know.
Would you like it? Your goal is... Ready, go!
It still wouldn't explain why credit appears to be given in that video for shooting something that's, like, clearly in the air.
Would you like to try again?
Yes.
Your goal is... Ready, go! Would you like to try again?
We missed the fall, but saw the ground. Oh my god, that was it just then.
Your goal is to drive over the... Ready,
Somehow,
go!
Demolition, I think you're right about this thing that makes no logical sense. I think I saw it, and it was on the ground. But that's so dumb. That doesn't make any sense.
Would you like to try
So-
again?
I don't know.
Yes.
Your goal is to drive over the bagpipes and only the back...
Now go on the right.
Go!
Where are you perceiving this, like, arcane knowledge of how this thing works when this isn't available anywhere in the universe?
Would you like to
It's
try...
logic. I don't know that anything in this particular scenario could be described as logic.
Of course.
Your goal... Ready, go!
I'll hear you out only because you've gotten us this far, but I refuse to feel good about this.
Yes.
Your goal is ready, go!
I mean, everything tells you to look up. How would we have gone all this time and not seen it? I saw something that could have been it, but it was like really quick after we moved.
Ready, go!
I mean, again, part of the problem is that, like, the accordions look kind of similar to our target, which is bad.
Would you like to try it?
Yes.
You're ready, go! Would you like? Your goal is ready, go!
I haven't seen it on the right again. I don't want to look at chat right now because I don't want to miss it on the right again. But if Demolition's theory is correct, it should be... You saw it on the right?
No way.
Shut your...
I'm gonna leave and come back. Now we gotta redo it. Isn't your theory that this is repeatable? What are you talking about?
Where are we going,
Isn't the
Sam?
entire crux of your argument that, like, you get it to spawn on one side by driving on the opposite? Gotta wait for it to spawn in. But you're saying that that's how this works.
Your goal is ready, go!
If you claim that this is logic, even in just a programming sense, then this should be a trigger that will make it happen consistently.
Would you like it?
Yes.
Your goal is
It was already spawned in, but, like, it wasn't attainable.
Would you like it?
Up.
Your goal.
This is torture.
Go! Would you?
Yes.
Your goal. Ready, go! Would you like it?
Up.
Your goal. Ready, go!
I don't know how. See, I feel like there's a hitch in your proposal here.
Try again?
In that, like, I don't think it's feasible that we, like,
Ready, go!
completely missed the fall with the level of dedication that we've had to this. I think between what
Would you
we've
like to try
read
again? Your goal is ready, go!
I don't know. I haven't seen it. But the problem is, like, again, as mentioned earlier, driving at the fixed speed, when you're looking for a small moving target, watch your curb. You want me to watch the right curb?
Yes.
Your goal is to drive over the
Even though I'm on the right side?
The bagpipes. Ready, go!
Because I thought part of what you were saying is that I had to be on the opposite side for it to show up.
Your goal is to drive over the... Ready, go!
Left shooting... You mean left shooting it right is always it? You told me to go on the right. And then I asked you why, and you said, it's logic. What are you talking about?
Would you like to try again?
Yes.
Because it was spawned in... You are talking in madman riddles. You just contradicted yourself and then cited as reasoning why that it was spawned. So, like, I feel like either you are Neo, the one, who is literally, like, living inside the code of Moai Better Blues, or you've actually suffered head trauma from watching the stream and are irrecoverable.
Ready, go!
That was logic on the basis that it spawned in on... based on comment mutation. Did I just see it on the right? But that still doesn't explain to me the logic behind why you told me to move to the right and shoot to the left. Because I don't understand what that was derived from.
Would you like it? Your goal is... Ready, go! Would you like to try?
I haven't heard any compelling theories on what I've ever streamed that's worse than this task. I'm not convinced this is necessarily the worst thing I've streamed. Oh, I think that was it.
Would you...
No way.
Oh, I didn't mean to know. I was just trying to get past the dialogue.
Would you...
Yes.
Your goal is... Ready,
As stated earlier,
go!
at least the movement is hypnotic. Is that a positive? I mean, particularly given that one of the major themes of Season 1 is hypnosis as means of manipulating the entire population of the world. Would we call that, like, a good thing?
Your goal... Ready, go! Would you...
Yes.
Your goal... Ready, go! Would you like to try again?
Stay on left to force spawn. Shooting nabs it once you know it's there. Go to the right and just wait. But didn't you say it was on the left? What makes you...
Of course.
Your goal... Ready, Go!
What gives you the certainty that it works that way? At a certain point, you, like, told me to go right and shoot left.
Would you like it?
Yes.
Your goal is to... Ready? Go! Would you like to try again? Your goal is... Ready? Go!
I think it's safe to say that nothing should work this way. Like, if the game were meant to have this obtuse of a planning and execution of something,
Ready? Go!
it should be an actual game that's about, like, manipulating random number generation. I think I saw it as well at roughly the time I saw a comment from Demolition.
Your goal is to drive up. Ready? Go!
I wish that I could give the toy robots destruction to everyone right now. So now you want me to be on the right, shooting right. Okay.
Would you like
I have lost.
Yes.
Your goal is to... Ready? Go!
It feels like it lets you make follow-up shots more quickly if you hit, like, random debris. Can you go on the curb? I can. I feel like that's a risk because like you said before, I think you would only get credit for shooting it. I feel like being on the curb might despawn it or something. There are also ramps. And the ramps do, when you jump off them, give, like, cooldown to your attempt to shoot. We learned this during our attempt to complete the first one.
Would you like it?
Yes.
Your goal... Go!
I don't know. I haven't seen it in a minute. Oh, no, I think I saw it on the left, man. I don't understand. I don't think you're allowed to be near
Would
it.
you like to try again?
I don't understand why that's true. I think it's true, though.
Of course.
Your goal is to drive over the bagpipes, and only the bagpipes. Ready? Go!
I think they just, like, made this as, like, mathematically irritating as they could manage. It has, like, a low spawn rate. It, like, blends in with the environment. And has these, like, weird rules that make it even more difficult to try and shoot it.
Would you like to try again?
Yes.
Your goal is to drive over the bagpipes, and ready? Go!
Why did it take me out of gun? I mean, like, again, part of the issue is if I've been seeing it when I think I've been seeing it,
Would you like to try again?
and, like, in accordance with that photo Demolition showed, it's like a white square on an off-white ground that's, like, moving at a rapid pace, and that the game insists that you not be near when you shoot it. So, like, it's insanely difficult to see this thing at all, let alone shoot it.
Would you like to try again?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna move back to the left. I don't understand why this would be true, but I honestly think this is working, and it's just like ridiculously stupid. Like, the more I learn about how one would repeatedly perform this task, the deader I become inside.
Your goal is to... Ready, go!
Hey, what do you think my goal is? It's more arcane and nonsensical than arcane. It's very arcane.
Would you like to try?
To kill this thing. For some reason,
Ready, go!
when you say kill the sink, it makes me think of the song Kill the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. I want that somehow reimagined for shooting a sink on a sidewalk. Can you just try to survive the timer? Listen, statistically, it's already like borderline impossible for me to like hit the moving target while my sole focus is just shooting where it could be. I legitimately think that if I tried to survive the timer, I would have actual 0% chance to accomplish that task. Because you have to understand that it would mean I would be aware that the sink was coming, have the time to press square, the animation for Sam to get out of the driver's seat, pull out the gun, gain control of the cursor, aim and fire in like a fraction of an instant. We just need it to spawn in again. It might spawn based on how long the timer's alive.
No way. We need a break.
Shut down.
I got so flabbergasted by that I disengaged the thing.
Yes.
I mean, so, like, here's the thing, right? Like, I think we may possibly need to do this. So, like, I could try and keep the timer going, but, like... I don't even know, like, I don't remember what like, the actual, like, win condition of this is. Because it's, like, a countdown. You're, like, trying not to die. So, like, how would you win this?
Congratulations, you are a winner! Would you like to keep trying for more decals?
Yeah.
We're just getting warmed up.
It's always in front of the same building. Okay, hold on. Hard pause. It's always in front of the same building. And the building... I mean, I don't know how... I can't imagine a world in which this is useful information to me. Just because, like, there's not reaction time enough for that to work. God, it's so funny to look at this. This will, like, not read well on camera at all. But I don't want to, like, boot up Discord in the middle of this fiasco. But, like, to look at this, like, low res, like, this garbage is the sink. It's like a square JPEG of the color white. Like, this is the thing where it's just so preposterous.
Go!
I mean, I guess I can try to look for that red awning, but again, I don't know what that does for me, realistically. doing the required difficulty level of that challenge was like a lot easier than I expected it to be. But I think that's just because I've been doing this for too long. Hopefully, though, that means when I have to do the other ones, they will similarly not feel disastrous.
Of course. We're just getting warmed up.
Your goal is to drive over the back. Ready? Go!
This is so bad and hateful. Who's responsible for this?
Would you like to try again?
Yes.
Your goal is to... Ready? Go!
Trying to be very careful and deliberate with button presses. So, Demolition, you feel as though you saw this on the right while I was doing the full run just there. What is your recommended course of action? Move to the right, shoot left? Or keep doing this? Or maybe be even further left? A weapon beyond Metal Gear? Oh.
Would you like to try again?
That wasn't a failure, you fool!
No way.
We are skeptical, but if you...
Oh. That was horrible. Did someone clip that? Oh. Okay. Alright. Well, that's half of that done, which is a really sad fraction. This is the right side and shoot zombies on the grass. 9 zombies in the middle of the road, those on the left side. 10, 15, 20. No minigame in 4. Look at my decals. Look at my decals. Okay, now I'm by no means am I committing to doing any more. I kind of just want to like take a look at the next one in sequence. I don't know what saving would do here, but like I'm saving anyway because I don't want to do that ever again. Well, I did save, so my progress should be saved. So like chapter 3, I feel like I should be able to do this at a late one. So like I'll do 5. I feel like I didn't like this one, but doing the actual bagpipe run wasn't as bad as I expected. So do we have any decals already? I just want to assess this. That's all I'm doing. So I have the kite. That makes sense. The kite sounds like it's the easiest one to get. It's like right in the middle of the road and you could drive over it. Actually, all of the extra ones are things you run over, which should be a lot easier than the stupid sink. Is the task hard? How bad's the task?
Where are we headed, Sam?
I want to drive around and hit a bunch of zombies with some CDs.
Me too.
It's always nice when your friend's just like on board with your whims. Oh, right, this one's Paperboy.
Ready? Go!
I've only done the first one.
Now I need a computer.
Ooh, that was probably doable.
Just what I needed.
Oh, we can do both. It goes both ways.
Dankeschön.
What a bargain!
What a bargain!
This is great!
It's a really good run of zombies if I wasn't bad at video games.
Love CDs. Shiny.
What savings!
Congratulations, you've won!
Okay.
Would you like to keep trying for more decals?
Yeah.
Excellent. Initiating do-over sequence.
Ready? Go!
Back when paper people were things. Well, you know, it's sort of a whimsical fantasy setting.
I love CDs. What a bargain. Dunka.
Now I need a computer! Just what I needed!
Shiny.
What savings! Dankeschön! This is great!
Good shot.
This side of the street seems a lot friendlier to the
Now I
spawning,
need a computer!
for no particular reason.
This is great! What savings!
Congratulations, you've won!
Okay.
Would you like to keep trying for more decals?
Yeah, there's only one more level of difficulty.
Ready? Go!
Why are there Jurgens everywhere? Shouldn't they be weak to the sun? Well, these are just random Europeans. And also there's zombies and not vampires.
CDs.
These guys really love CDs. They're not kidding around.
Dankeschön!
They just need a computer.
What savings!
What a bargain.
Ah, I missed that one. That might be my undoing.
Just what I needed! Dankeschön!
Oh boy, doing real bad all of a sudden.
Dunka.
This is what I'm gonna call a skill
Now
issue.
I need a computer! This is great!
Good shot. Shiny.
This is like very doable. I was doing a bad job on this run.
Banana bread.
Yeah, I was like literally one short after being like disastrously bad.
And how?
Ready? Go!
Side note, thank goodness you're here is the most British thing ever. That I've seen a little bit of that game.
Now I need a computer!
It is something to behold.
This is great! What savings! Dankeschön!
Good shot.
The zombie spawns are much more generous than like most of the other mini game tasks so far.
Dunka.
What
Like the
savings?
torture me Elmers were pretty brutal.
This is great!
Now I say that and I feel like the spawn rates took a little bit of a dump here.
Now I need a computer!
Those things where it's like hard to know if you should suddenly switch to the other side. Yeah.
Dankeschön!
Yeah, I think this wasn't a particularly good spawn. I'm still like kind of close.
Just what I needed!
Actually, pretty close considering.
Would you like to try again?
And how?
No, I accidentally got a decal by not paying attention. See, that's how to do that, game developer. Don't make the sink the hardest thing to find in the whole world. Instead, just make it so when I'm looking at chat, I get a decal from running into a beach ball.
Bargain.
Just what I needed!
Oh my god, why am I so bad? This isn't that hard. Oh, that was another one. The satellite dish is one.
What savings!
Shiny.
Dankeschön!
Good shot.
Now I need a computer!
Oh my god, my timer of that was so amazingly off. So fantastically off. What are we looking for this time? That's a great question. This isn't helping. Beach ball and kite I did. Satellite dish, and then
Banana bread.
a keg on the left pavement. Yeah, I saw the satellite too. You saw me try to swerve to hit it, right? But the ability to maneuver the DeSoto in these minigames has not improved by the change in perspective. It's still Sam water, as it were. Wow, I've like just completely lost my touch for this, but I got the satellite dish. It's so I got close so many times, and then like 3 runs in a row, I'm just like complete garbage.
Shiny! What a bargain!
What savings?
Come on. Just
I
spawn.
need a computer.
Oh, too early.
Just what I needed.
I really don't think this level of difficulty is that bad. I think I'm doing bad and getting a little unlucky in addition to it. Not an egg, a keg. I suppose we could go look at the other side of the street.
Ready? Go!
Oh, actually, the timing on the throws on this side legitimately seems a lot harder. That's very odd.
I love CGs.
Just what I needed.
Can we...
What savings?
Where's my keg at? I just see signs and zombies as far as the eye can see.
Shiny!
Considering that all of the others were quite straightforward. Oh, there it is.
You've got a decaf.
Okay. I'll give this, like, one more try. I'm gonna let the clock run out, obviously.
Bread.
Would you like to try again?
And how?
Ready? Go!
What a bargain! Good shot! Shiny!
Now I need a computer.
Files are in the computer.
Just what I needed.
Oh, I missed that guy.
Dunka!
What savings? This is great.
Ah,
What a bargain!
come on.
I love CGs! Dunka!
Oh, why am I so bad?
Now I need a computer.
Shiny!
What savings? Dankeschön.
No, no, no.
Just what I needed.
That was way closer than that should have been. I like that at that point. It's like, stop playing the game. You got all the stickers.
Congratulations! You've earned every decal we have!
Pretzels are salty.
I've got like way more adrenaline from that than from like 2 hours of trying to find the sink. That will leave us with just one more of the... Okay, we gotta do this next Friday. We gotta finish... We gotta do the last driving minigame. It can't be as bad as the sink. It can't be. Where are you, zombies? Clearly, you'll need to add this one to the list of ones you haven't seen. The number of contextual questions. I know we're hopping around in the story, but like, there was like a whole thing where Jorgen like killed us because we like ruined his party, and then we were zombies and we had to try and find a way to get our souls back. It's like a big part of like 2-3. I feel very accomplished, which is embarrassing. But listen, it's gonna be really nice to have these trophies that I didn't care about 24 hours ago. Like, I thought for sure that this was gonna be like, you know, just insignificant. We were just gonna like follow a walkthrough and get all the dial like this. This is the hill I'll die on. We got the sink. I stink. Okay, it's late and I'm clearly delirious. There's Squirtles. Oh, I've kicked the box containing the Squishmallows for Advent. You find a Squirtle, and then we'll wrap this up because we've been doing this for much too long. Headphones came off again. That's fine. While I wait for that to happen, this, if you weren't here yesterday, it's backwards, obviously. This is an advent calendar of tiny Squishmallows that has ruined the focus of the shot. That's fine. It's quite large for an advent calendar. It's among the biggest I've seen that aren't the side of an entire building. Because it is now December the 8th, because we've been chasing the sink for so long. Oh, what are you? I think it's an ice cream? I think he's a little ice cream. I think he's maybe like a mint ice cream? I don't know, he's good. He's got a very good little face. Oh, broke off the tab. I mean, I don't need it or anything, but the ones in this column are weird. Look at this guy. Yeah, Vasco, just keep ruining the focus. The stream was so technically competent up until now. Maybe he's a cupcake. Yeah, you're right. That explains his pants. The cupcake explains his pants. I know, they're very good. Like, I thought they'd be nice, but like I have been really impressed with them. They're very good. I have a couple others handy. My favorite so far is probably still Dawn. She's so good. But Cupcake is fun. I like him. What is his name? Chantal. Oh, maybe it's a girl cupcake. I don't know why. It looks like a boy cupcake to me. Is that sexist? Okay, what are these guesses? We gotta get this show off the road, because we've been on the road for like 2 hours. The same road, looping like a Flintstones backdrop. Okay, Clarice, Jigglypuff. Appreciate that the stream is tagged as Devil's Playhouse and we didn't touch that game at all. That's such a great observation. I tried to see if there was like a more general one I could use. It doesn't exist. I didn't think we'd be on the road for 2 hours. Okay. Ooh, I'm stuck to that chair, huh? Alright, let's start back here. It's the furthest away. Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff, not structurally integral, was hiding on top of our sea monster. She's kind of big. Pirate Sandshrew. Arr. He was on top of a Squirtle, which interestingly was in front of a separate Squirtle. And Rudolph and Clarice here from the classic Rankin Bass Rudolph special. Together, they're hiding a secret Squirtle of their own. I also love Sandshrew so much. I know. I think I had a moment earlier in the stream where just like Delish was like, "Oh, I like the Sandshrew," but like, yeah, I love him. He's good, and they just don't make that many Sandshrews, and it's a really good Sandshrew. The Eevee pair are cute. They are. It's kind of hard to hide stuff behind them, so I always worry that it's like going to be super obvious what's back there. Oh, or Mew. Mew's got this little rabbit whose name I don't remember. Rabin. I was like going through to find some of the Christmas ones, and I came across the little bunny who I hadn't put out like I think since I moved here, and I was like, "Oh, you just put the bunny out all the time." Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you managed to enjoy this. What a disaster, but we got the sink, so it was all worth it, right? Right? Okay, I'm gonna go to bed as soon as humanly possible, which isn't that soon. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you, and I hope to see you again soon. We will complete this journey to get these trophies next week, I swear it. We only have to do one more card challenge. And granted, the very last trophy on the list does open up a preposterous amount of replayability for the game that's not all that important. Really don't think we're doing that, but that trophy isn't that involved. We'll if we have any spare time, we'll mess around with that. Yeah, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and remember that you are Klossa.